Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's me, it's RDV with Zach.
What's up? I'm here on time, guys. Miracles do happen.
I decided I was going to start a little later tonight. I know it's kind of out of the norm. You guys are probably expecting, 9 o'clock Eastern for those on the East Coast. For those who are over in the Pacific, would have been like about 6 o'clock your time. But I figured I'd go to a little later because I don't have that many books tonight, honestly. I have a few cool things to show up, but not many books as the past 2 weeks. Thank you. Yes, to the comic gods, I pray, because there's been way too many books I'm reading coming out at the same time. It's just like 2 weeks back and back and back. I was just like, regardless how expensive they are, it's a lot of books to read within one night, 1 or 2 nights.
Dude, I know. Like I it's like with work picking up too. It's like, oh my gosh, how am I gonna find time to read all of this?
Yeah, I ended up reading about 20 books last week.
Shoot. That's
from Wednesday nights into like Thursday morning, and then I slept for like 5 hours, and I got back up and started reading again. It's like, I was like, you know what? I'll just keep reading. Who cares? All right. Yes, Gun Honey. Every time we make a thumbnail, we put Gun Honey in there because it's supposed to be coming out, and then we find out, we got pushed back another week. It's twice now. I'm hesitant to put it in the thumbnail. Maybe that'll make you. If I don't put in the thumbnail for next week, maybe it'll actually come out on time.
Maybe all.
Yeah, 20 books. I had quite a few from Independence, but I also had from DC, Marvel. Yep, there are good books at Marvel and DC. Don't let anybody tell you that they're all crap, they're all woke, because that's not the truth at all. That's coming, and it's usually coming from people who don't even read the books coming out.
It's true.
Yeah. That being said, there are a lot of bad books still, but the only difference between the 1980s and today is that the bad books are just woke, where the good books are good. So, like I've always said, that there's bad books. It's been bad books even before I got into reading. There's always been bad books. It's just that now they're just full of propaganda. Those ones we call bad books.
Well, there's also just way more bad books too.
There is more. I agree with that. But like I said, it's a lot of people who are complaining about the bad books aren't even in the hobby anymore. I mean, if you're still in the hobby, still collecting books today, you can go out and you can find books. But I don't know.
Yeah, you just gotta go. You gotta go digging.
I'll tell you,
it's like a treasure hunt.
I knew if I kept baiting him, he'd show up. Eric Green saying, "I'll tell you, they'll crap."
Keep it up. I'm sure Ash will be right behind him.
But I was having a conversation with my friend about this. Is that we live in a day and age where people just want to bitch about everything, and now because they have social media, now they can basically form groups and just bitch to each other, so they can feel that the confirmation bias.
Yeah, right.
So, I mean, yes, there are woke things, but there are also things that aren't woke that people will just so complain about because, well, if they have nothing to complain about, what purpose do they have in life?
Exactly.
All right, so let's talk about comic books. I'm sick of talking about everything else. But
I'm with you.
But I want to say hello to people who are in the chat here first. I had Mr. T, as I used to call him because he has such a really long name. I always butcher every time. Tehillium. I like putting that U in there. Tehillium. So it sounds like
helium.
I know, right?
You gotta say it with a higher voice though.
Tehillium. All right, thank you.
Now you just sound like an evil Mickey Mouse.
Hello to Mariah. What's going on, Mariah? What's the best new comic books this week? Find out when the show starts. I feel like you should be doing that when you share out the stream, not in the stream. Like if you're gonna do a pitch like that. But that's all right. Thank you for showing up. All right, we even have the comic book frog in here saying,
"Get him out of here. He's not welcome here."
He's being nice, so he said, "Please share out the stream on all your social accounts." Hello to MP Real Goddess. Thank you for keeping a tab open for me. It's my friend. She's actually currently doing her own Twitch stuff right now on Twitch stream. So check out if you're on Twitch, that is her user account name, MP Real Goddess. Yes, and Marty saying Gun Honey isn't out yet, so that's clickbait.
Wah, wah, wah.
But it's beautiful. She's fake.
Thick. 3 C's.
Yes. The Helium-29 is Eric Breen put out. So I'm gonna show off my books. And what we do here in the Best of the Week, and for those who aren't familiar with this, we take basically the books that we think we read, and we put them in order as far as least favorite to favorite. That being the reason why we do that, because on Tuesday nights we do our own top 5. We'll take the 5 books from our pull list, which we believe are going to be the best books of the week, or basically or some people do. If you want to play along, you don't have to do that. You can say, what do you think your top 5 as far as what you're most anticipated for? What's and what you find out towards the on Thursdays as together we find out as a group is your top 5 still in the same order, or is other books in there? So, I mean, you can play along if you want. It's something to do for social interaction.
We like the interactive audience.
Yes, and it's
when you have the big screen and I have the little screen, maybe it's just with the shirt, but I feel like I'm the little parrot on Jafar's shoulder in Aladdin. That's a big surprise.
I know with that hat and that shirt, I feel like you're a little school kid or like that, like a little kid.
All right, well the hat's coming off.
Oh, leave the hat on. Fine. Oh, it was better with the hat on.
I'm not England, teen. You're not gonna go blind.
No, but it hid at least half your face.
It hit. Oh, what? Wow. Wow.
Yes, the kids show up the new books they are reading, and I have back issues and elbow cough, elbow cough, elbow cough.
I thought that was dab. I thought that was the dab.
Please don't dab. Only you can do that on Twitch with the other kids. Not here. Damn it. Oh, MK. I don't need to do this to know that I'm bigger than Zach. What? He walked right into that. Anyway.
I did. That's true. You're right.
All right, so going from least favorite. DC Vampires, number 9. This story felt way too rushed, and it was kind of like, oh, here's a big shocker. We finally know who Black Manta is in this. And, okay, well, I'm not going to tell you who it is, because if you want to read it, read it. Yeah. But it just feels so bad. A major character gets killed off again in this. Character who's been here since issue 1.
What a shock! Somebody dies, folks! Oh, no!
It's just gotten to the point where we're getting close to the final battle. We only got 10, 11, 12 left. 3 more issues.
God, 3 more issues. Mother of pearl. I'm not strong enough.
I mean, up at this point, I was actually kind of enjoying it, but now it kind of took a dip. I'm hoping with the last 3 issues, it actually pulls off and makes a better show than we're getting with the Disney shows, Disney Plus. Remember, the last year was supposed to be the best. Hopefully this works out. But like I said, it's DC versus vampires. Half of the villains are vampires, and and so, same with the superheroes. The art I wish could be better. And
the art I think is the saving grace. I like Otto Schmidt's art.
I just want to say this though, not even the art. If we got rid of Rosenberg, I think this would be a lot better story.
Yes.
Even though James Tynion is on this, is credited being the first person on there.
Yeah.
I think Rosenberg is actually just causing this to be just even shittier comic book.
I would take them both off and just have Otto Schmidt do the writing and the art.
You like Octavius that much? You have Otto?
Otto Schmidt, dude, his art is pretty awesome. I dig it.
All right, so that's okay. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I would
never be the guy in the window at McDonald's, Maranya. Those guys have a terrible life. They're in the window at McDonald's.
So this was my number 12. We're going to go with 11 here.
Okay. Oh, wow.
This was, well, I have to read this again because I was reading through this and this got, it just went from being like, oh, this is kind of cool to being, what the fuck did I just read? The art's great here. I'll give you that. The art's fantastic. But it's just not as great as the past previous issues. It just kind of felt like we're going to take a deep philosophical look into the characters. And just like, it didn't fit the story.
That's not why I read Scorched, for deep philosophical takes. I want blood guts.
Yeah, so
Hi, Fake Ash or
Yeah, that's
other
my number
Ash.
11. That's my number 11. My
Whatever
number
your name
10. Down to the top 10 here.
Ooh, Panther.
Panther. Final issue. A lot of character growth in this. Actually turned out to be a lot better than I was hoping. I was hoping for fantastic, as I do with every book. And this book started off rough. And it started to get a little better. And then by the final issue here, I'm curious to see where this goes to, because it's, explain. I mean, because now we all know that she was cursed in the very beginning. It's basically her origin story of Panther, how she was cursed. And towards the end here, she basically let free of her curse at the end here. A lot of battles, a lot of the Egyptian gods. So if you love the Moon Knight Disney Plus show talking about the different Egyptian gods, they're all in this too. So you're gonna like it. Or maybe you won't, but I'd take a chance on it. It's only 5 issues. It's from Dynamite. Fun book. Now, my number 9. This might piss off a lot of you people.
Number 9.
Detective Comics.
What?
I got the.
Why'd you get that cover?
Because as much as I want to like this series, this issue was kind of crappy. So I figured, at least get the better cover. Because the two main covers were crap. I'm sorry.
God, you're smoking today. Wow.
It's Harley Quinn, bro. How do you not like cheesecake?
I'm talking about your opinion on the story.
No, the story, like I said, it starts out with Jamie and Talia talk about the whole thing about this tale and stuff. I guess like an ancient tale, moral lesson. It's supposed to give you more backstory on what's going on. Yes, there is a cool part scene with Batman jumping through a skylight and then fighting with Talia, and then look, the League of Shadows, and then that's how it ends. It just basically cuts you off in the middle of the issue. It's like it's just like I said. Maybe they should have had the next issue and this issue together for more of a plot, but still great art on it though. I mean, I do like the story. It's just not as much as the ones they're coming up next.
Yeah.
My number 8, Thor. And Zach, we're talking about this. They brought back Hildegarde, I think her name is Hildegard.
Hildegard. Yeah.
It was from Journey of the Mystery number 92 or 91, or was it 90? One of the 3. She's now part of the Warrior 4, no longer Warrior 3. And then they also brought back another character. I can't remember what his name was. He's in the.
What did I say his name was? It was
Desmond?
Darkhold. Desmond Pitt. I think
Yeah.
his alias was Darkhold or something like that.
Bringing Venom into this was kind of creative. I did like it. My only thing is with Loki. I was like, so he's like, what better person to ask about repairing the Bifrost than someone who's a Bifrost giant? I was like, really? You got to tell me he's gay again? Thank you, Donny Cates. I did not know he was bisexual. I couldn't tell by him just switching gender.
That went over my head. I got the Frost giant part, but the Bi part, I
because the Bifrost was actually done by a Frost giant, and he asked the Bifrost character. Yeah, it was kind of dumb.
That's actually pretty funny. I'm sorry, I'm laughing. That's kind of funny.
But other than that, though, I mean, it did have some cool scenes in here. But like I said, I need more from Cates. I'm tired of brooding Thor. We did that in the first arc. I'm going to be a horrible king, and what kind of king am I? Quit brooding. And even Odin, basically in the Hammer, the ghost of Odin, who's in the Hammer, says, "Quit your bitching, son." So it's like, what kind of king are you if you're just going to sit there and just brood instead of actually helping the people that you hurt? He said, "This is the first time," because basically Thor is upset because, I destroyed the Bifrost. I was afflicted. I was mad. And Odin's like, "This isn't the first time you've gone mad before." And it's like, what? It's like, quit being I tell them, quit being a pansy. Get off your ass, help people. The plus side of this, we get to see Sif more in this. So
I do like to see more Sif.
And we got to cut up. We got to also follow up to Donald Blake as well. A little small part. So, alrighty. So that from here, this is I believe my number number 7. Yeah. Sheena.
Hey.
Hot girls, dinosaurs, World War II Nazis, and a German U-boat. Basically everything that Zach's looking for in a comic book.
And I didn't get this week. Man.
Yes. Like I said, Jungle Girl comic books is basically, it's been around since the 1940s. This is just their own. I'm not sure who created Sheena, though. If that was a public domain character or if that was brought over. Because I know Conan was originally Marvel, so it was Red Sonja. Sheena, I'm not familiar with who originally created her character, but she's basically like the Jungle Girl. Basically.
Originally published by Fiction House during the Golden Age.
So think of like Tarzan, who can compete with the animals.
Will Eisner actually created her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Will Eisner.
Awesome character in there, and she's not a bimbo in any sense. Don't let the cover, basically fool you. This is Richard Priel. He does with all the women. It's a way to get guys to read it, okay? And it works. And it gets girls to read it too, because there are girls that like girls. Shocker, right?
What?
I'm sure Alex Danvers is reading this.
There's a name I haven't heard in a long, long time.
Yes. That being said, you got evil Nazis. You got, I said you got the jungle animals. You got dinosaurs on a volcanic island, a seaplane. Just cool stuff, funny jokes, and a parrot who keeps repeating everything. So, all right, my number 6 book by Peter David, Guinness Vale. I'm liking this. Now, it makes me wonder. I'm actually going to start going back later this week and reading the original series by Peter David. But we get a Monica Rambeau sighting in this. The original Captain Marvel before Guinness Vale and his sister Viola took over the name. And basically, we learn that basically every time Rick Jones takes off the negabands, he basically starts to fade away. And it also affects Guinness Vale. Now Viola comes into basically helps Nick, or not Rick, basically, because she wants basically, her goal is she wants basically to have Rick and Guinness Vale rebond again, basically blend together as fusion, whatever we call it. And it's like I said, it's another. If you like Space Adventures, this is basically what it is. Basically, if Viola steals a Quinjet, now I guess it's possible for anybody to steal a Quinjet if you're friends with Avengers. Apparently these days, I mean back then I'm sure it was easy too, but you wouldn't think so. But all right, and then so basically Marvel's in this Moonstone. You even get a glimpse as far as the whole Kree world, homeworld, more about cloning, and so probably not the best book to read if you hate Clone Wars, whether it's Star Wars or the Spider-Man one. All right, so that was my number 6. All right, number 5 is a book I've been waiting for a while, and I'm kind of happy because I read in the back of the book. This writer and his team are gonna, as of next year, gonna start releasing these monthly again. They were waiting till they got the final arc done before they started doing it. This is the final story of the arc before this, and this is Lazarus Risen. Greg Rucka, I mean, the guy is a douchebag. He's always been one. But I respect him when he writes actual good stories, and that's what we respect. I don't care what he's done. I can appreciate the story when it's written well. This book I've been waiting for this for a couple of years now. At least, I'd say almost 2 years now. Lazarus is a story about basically after the last Great War, rich families now basically divided up the United States and the country into basically their own properties, their own territories. And basically, either you pledge yourself to them, or you are basically left out in the cold to die. And so Forever Carlo, she learns that she gets basically she's a Lazarus. Each family has their own Lazarus. So there's their own specific warrior who cannot die, and they use it for protection or basically assassination attempts on other families. And the sad part is that Forever and all the other Lazarus actually kind of like each other. They're friends. So when they're forced to go against each other in the last couple of issues of these wars, Forever is basically in the start of her book, though, from was it 2013, 2011, all the way beginning, we learn that Lazarus gets to know. It says a text saying like, he isn't really your father. Everything you know is a lie. So she's been having doubts. Lazarus are basically kept on control under special medication and therapy and stuff regimens. And she starts going off it with the help of an inside helper. Like I say, it's a very eye-opening issue. I forgot how many pages it is, but it's a pretty nice book though, and it has art and stuff. Here, I like it. I'm trying to find one that's not really spoilerly, but I'm trying to think.
And we're starting to take guesses on the 3 books that Ash got, because he says he got 3 books. MK is guessing Lazarus Risen, Armageddon Game, and something from IDW.
No, he got DC Horror.
That's right. Yeah,
he got that. I know that. He probably
Dead.
Yes, but basically this. If you want to learn more about this issue here, it tells you about you get the backstory about why these two head families hate each other. What is Forever's mother, who she's a genetic clone of, what her part in this is, and so a lot of answer spoilers. I'm not gonna tell you more about it. If you really want to read a book by Greg Rucka that's not crazily propaganda heavy for political reasons, whatever, this is classic 90s Greg Rucka when he was doing Batman stuff, just putting his own effort into it through Image Books. All right, on to the top 5, or actually top 4, because that was 5, this is 4. Gambit, number 3. This has been a fun book. Gambit Gacy gives the girl he's helping out, has her wear his armor. She's questioning why do you wear this full-body armor? Well, he said at least I've always wondered this, why he had such gaudy looking armor, why it's pink and bright and stuff, though. And he basically takes a gun and shoots her point blank, and she flinches, and she's like, "What the f did you do that for?" It's like, it's bulletproof. So but don't get stabbed and don't get shot in the face. And she says, yes, I understand the pink, it's there. It's supposed to flash a reason because people can't resist shooting bright pink suits or colors, I guess. So.
Yeah, the bright colors make you more of a target.
Yeah. And Dark, I guess his name's Dark. I forgot what his name is. Dark Hunter or something, or whatever. He basically gets his ass kicked. I can't towards the end here. Storm is basically learning more about her power. She gets more. She's as a kid, she basically, I guess, in this point in the timeline when she was referred to a kid, I don't know if she had powers yet when she was adult, or if it was, obviously she wasn't part of the X-Men yet. It's just before she joined the X-Men, before Gambit even met the X-Men. She doesn't have access to her powers, and so she's been training with her ancestor through I guess spiritual head games in her head over, I guess.
Okay.
Basically she's able to basically in her mind, and at the end, she basically electrocutes this guy. They're gonna continue on. This is ongoing. As far as I know, it's not limited series. I'm hoping it goes past 12.
That'd be nice.
I'm just loving Claremont's writing on this, and then I just love the 90s looks of everybody. So, and you can see there's Storm in the background.
Nice, yeah.
So.
Very cool.
And so the next issue is going to have a girl named Bounty Hunter, who's basically hired to basically track down Gambit. All right. I guess actually, you know what? That wasn't My books were out of order. Oh well. These,
Uh-oh.
these are actually that was actually my third. I miscounted because I have 2 covers of one book.
Oh.
That's what threw it off. Oh
See,
well.
That's why I don't get double covers or double like 2 covers.
Well, I'll start off with this. I'll start off with this. This will be my number 2, I guess. Then
Nice.
yes, and then
I
I
like
got
it.
the
My shop didn't have the Harley Quinn. It looks so good.
I gotta say, I'm not gonna spoil this at all, but I'll give it a little summary. If you want to know what Derek Powers has been up to as far as this, what his real game is behind trying to get control of Terry McGinnis in the Batman suit, and we all know that he was involved with help making the technology for Bruce Wayne. So if you're wondering, about this whole issue, explain that we get more of Ace the Bat Hound. We get Jack Napier meeting his daughter for the first time.
Don't spoil it for Ash if he hasn't read it.
Well, we spoil everything on this show. If you haven't figured that out,
I know, and then he's gonna pop up and he's gonna be like, spoilers, God.
yes. I don't cater to anybody.
I mean,
Either way though, so I didn't give away, but I haven't given away the big thing though.
Yeah.
But no, I love everything. I love the whole dynamic. This literally feels like Arkham Knight, the whole dynamic between Joker and Batman. And I gotta say, it is this issue reminded me so much how much I miss John Gore Murphy writing his own stuff. That Red Hood series he did for the was horrible. It wasn't even him; it was somebody else that he recommended.
Yeah. Oh, it was somebody else. Yeah. Well, that's what he does. Because wasn't he bringing Blake Northcott in a few years ago? They were saying she was going to write a Catwoman story in the White Knight world. I thought that was what was going to happen.
But yeah, fantastic book. I just want more. I want to continue it. I mean, keep this going. I want more Batman Beyond stuff. I don't care if it's just John Gordon Murphy doing the Batman Beyond stuff. I want more of it. I mean, we have a whole new world. We have a new Robin. Where does Red Hood going to get involved in this? We see him briefly at the end of the issue before this. We saw him helping out the other girl in his own little series. But is it obvious? My predictions, it's going to come down to Nightwing versus Red Hood in the next issue.
Nice. I would read that.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
But that's why it's my number 2. But my number 1 book this week, though, is a book that I just love. It's brand new. It is a book that I had to get the extra cover for because I just wanted to see what the cover is, but I was hoping I didn't take it out of the bag.
I know what it is now. Oh, did you take it out of the bag?
Not yet.
Oh.
But this is cover A.
Nice. The Gary Frank
cover. Bruce Campbell just proves again why he's a good writer. This isn't his first time writing. I believe he's written some other books.
Has he written anything before?
I think he wrote some Army of Darkness.
Oh, okay.
I think so. I know, but he writes all his own biography stuff. But I mean,
yeah,
this was just fun. World War II, undead, basically soldiers being basically used. They don't, and that's the thing though. Even though they call them zombies, they're not really, but they don't really bite anybody's face or go for flesh. At least they didn't show it yet. This is still the number 1. It's the first issue. It's just awesome art by Eduardo Riso. It's just fantastic. And I did get the alternate cover though. I did get the cover
with the polybag.
Haven't taken out of the bag. I've been debating it because I was looking online. See, did anybody else get this cover? But I have not seen anybody show the image outside of the bag. Which makes me really want to open it up and look at it, because I cannot find it.
I'm about to hang on. Polybag cover. That's Frank Quietly. That's the Frank Quietly.
Frank Quietly. I looked, dude. I could not find anything for the cover as far as thinking out. So what I'm gonna do here?
They're not showing it anywhere. They're keeping it under wraps. Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it out of the cover for you guys who want to see it. So this is gonna be
do it.
I really don't want to because
unbagging. It's an unbagging stream. I'm gonna try Twitter real quick.
so
I do not like Frank Quietly's art style.
I just
Sorry, Ash. I don't
So-
see the appeal.
all right, taking it out. It's the first time for me too seeing it. Ooh, what the hell is that?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not seeing it anywhere. Good lord. They're really keeping it under wraps.
Under wraps.
Also, Matt Murdock is trending on Twitter for some reason. Don't know what that's about.
Oh, this is nice.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, I'll show you the back part.
Okay.
Ready for this, Ash? That is nice.
That's not bad. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad.
Well worth it for me.
That's pretty good. I like the eyeball just hanging there. That's kind of gross, but in a cool way.
Yeah. That is just...
Okay. All right, Frank Quietly, you won me over. You got one.
Even the guys in the background.
I'm impressed. Oh, there's the other eyeball and some teeth. Ah. Oh, that's gross.
I love it. So one more time.
That's nasty. I like how it's got the Iron Cross skull tattoo thing. Oh, that's gross. I can't look at the teeth anymore. Oh, that's gross. I can't do teeth and eyes. I'm with you, Austin P. Yuck.
They do call it the gore cover for a reason.
I know, but God, like it's cool at first glance, but then like the more I look at it, the more I'm like, oh my God, what on earth?
Yep.
But whew. Anyway, yeah, okay, no, I credit where it's due, Frank. That's good. That was pretty good. I don't normally like his art style, but that was good.
All right, so I'll put it on you now, so you can do that. I'm gonna try and get this back in the bag.
See, Skip agrees with me. Pretty gross. It is pretty gross, Skip. You're right. First glance, I was like, okay, but yeah, after that, okay. I don't think I have as many books as Vinkman does, and I actually did get to read a few of mine. Work kind of had me busy today and yesterday. I did not get a chance to read through DC versus Vampires yet. Not expecting it to blow me away. Because it is.
And is it a pun? Because that's something happens.
Oh, really? Oh, well, I'll find out. I'll get back to you. I did go through briefly Marvel Fortnite Zero War. Pretty busy cover there. A lot of action going down, a lot of fighting, a lot of just a lot of crazy goodness. The art in here, it's still pretty solid. You got Patch Wolverine in here. So, some pretty good stuff. Have you been reading this so far? I think you'll like this issue.
Zero War? No, I haven't. I'm gonna wait till it's done, and then I'll.
I think this is the last issue. It's number 5.
Yeah.
Isn't it a 5-issue miniseries?
I'm waiting for the trade to hit.
Oh, okay. We'll wait for the trade to hit. All right, bottom of the list. I was ragging on Binkman for this, but
Right.
It's the same spot for me. Scorch number 10. I got the Gunslinger Spawn cover. Kind of misleading because Gunslinger Spawn is barely in the issue. Darn it, McFarlane. I was thinking he was going to have a primary role. Not a bad issue by any stretch. Not really, but it's a lot more what's the word? Kind of exposition-y. I wouldn't say philosophically deep or anything, but it just felt very exposition-y. It had some action. I think the next issue is probably gonna come back with a vengeance. Still pretty good though, and for $2.99, I think this is still probably the best bargain that you can get on the shelves. I think so too, Skip. I think I got the better cover, by far. Gunslinger Spawn, yeah. All right. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books. Well, technically 6 because one of these came out last week and I'm late to the party getting it. But I'll give it an honorable mention. I picked up Exterminators #1. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I
Eat it, Green. Eat it.
I joined the Cool Kids Club, consisting of me, Venkman, and Skip.
And
Yeah.
England.
And Englandine, yeah, this is a fun story, or fun first issue, I should say. The art pops. I love the art. I love how the three main heroes, the three main girls, Jubilee, Dazzler, and Boom Boom. I like the interaction. It's just a good, fun kind of. What's that? There was a video game out. God, I can't remember how long ago. It was called like Lollipop Chainsaw or Bubblegum Chainsaw or
Yeah,
something.
yes.
Like a cheerleader who killed zombies, but it was
chainsaw. Yeah.
Yeah, this gave off those kind of vibes, and so I really dug it. I had a lot of fun. I like how they were blurting out all the curse words. It was fun. And look, I didn't think Marvel remembered how attractive the female form is in scantily clothes.
As your twin and I discussed about this, Skipitosh.
Yeah.
Leah Williams basically has her own sense of style, the way she puts, and so she made characters basically the way she is.
I dig it.
And
I dig it.
I have nothing wrong with that. Like I said, it's not meant to be a serious book. It's not like it's a main continuity thing.
Yep. Look, let it be a main continuity thing. I think you need some. I think exactly, Skip. B movie grindhouse good time. Exactly.
Yep.
I would watch an MCU show if it was like this. Put those 3 or 4 girls together, have them killing vampires.
They have the show to do it on. It's called She-Hulk, and it would be better than what the crap they're putting on She-Hulk right now. She-Hulk get involved.
I haven't even seen She-Hulk's last 2 episodes. Moving on. DC Mech #3. Really good issue. I really enjoyed this. You have Superman and Batman trying to lead this Justice League of mechs, but they have Superman wants to be headstrong, rush into danger. Batman, of course, being the more logical, kind of, ordering from the rear. There's, different opinions. They come to blows. Darkseid sees this as an opportunity. He attacks Earth. Lex Luthor's got his own motives going on. He sacrifices Steve Trevor, which ticks off Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman goes ape crap crazy, killing parademons. It's a really good time, really good read. I'm really digging DC Mech. It's a good fun time. So definitely recommend that. If you like giant robots, if you like sci-fi, I recommend DC Mech. Also, if you have kids that like robots, I also recommend DC Mech. All right. In my top 5. Yeah, top 5. Okay. Coming in at number 5. I'm a little surprised it's this low, but I got Detective Comics. I think this is a cool cover. I don't know what you're talking about, Bateman. This cover is pretty sweet. I didn't get the one I wanted where it was like the skeletons that were making the music notes. I really wanted that one. But 1064, this was a bit of an unusual issue. It started out, there was a lot of, it starts out with Talia al Ghul and Damian Wayne. Very different vibe than the previous 2 issues. But, it goes into the present and you're starting to find out like what Talia al Ghul's role and everything is going on. There's some fun stuff with Bruce Wayne. There's, he has a little visit to the doctor and it's kind of like, how does a guy like you have so many unhealed bones and that you're in perfect health? Like, it is pretty good stuff. And we kind of find out what the League of Assassins role, what they're trying to do, who they're trying to attack. So yeah, I dig it. A little bit of a setup issue, slow burning issue, but I think the next one's gonna pay that off. Definitely not as action heavy as just Chip Zdarsky's Batman is, but number 4, a little lower than you had it. I have Sergeant Rock versus the Army of the Dead. This is I almost wanted to say John Romita Jr. It has a very JR look. But I like the propaganda poster.
Well, that would fit because his art's ugly.
So is Frank Quietly's most of the time.
Frank Quietly's is guy. He has great art.
No, sorry, no. Yeah, look, it was a great issue. I dig Bruce Campbell's writing. I dare say it's a groovy premise. It just seemed like it was a really exposition heavy first issue, which I get you kind of have to do. There was still some action, some really cool action stuff, but a lot of it felt like exposition.
No, he kept the. What I liked about it too is if you ever read any of the Army of Darkness stuff, it kind of felt like if you ever watched Bruce Campbell's movies, the same kind of dialogue he uses in the movies.
Yeah.
The smarmy kind of marky stuff, you know. Not only that, you had the World War II slang he kept in there. Yeah. It felt like Sergeant Rock, though. That's the thing.
Definitely felt like Sergeant Rock.
I was worried he was going to take Sergeant Rock and then change basically the whole entire personality of the characters, which DC likes to do sometimes, or they have guest writers. Mm-hmm. We've seen that with the guy from Batwoman. He wrote that the Bat Wing story in that DC. Was it the Batman Urban Legends? I think it was.
I haven't read Batman until
I'm just saying. Whenever Marvel and DC have a habit, whenever they let celebrities come and write stories, they either butcher the character or it's just like. It's very rare that you get one that actually understands the character, understands the seriousness, and still makes it worth when you want to read it, though.
Yeah.
And I think Bruce Campbell has always experiences doing all these B movies and just being a humble guy, understood that if he's going to do a Sergeant Rock stuff, I think he might have read some earlier stuff too to get the feel for the characters.
Maybe that would not surprise me if he was a reader of comics, just because he does. He is in that sphere, right? He is, whether he likes it or not, he is in a nerdy type of sphere. But yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if he's read any Sergeant Rock. I think it was a good first issue. Like I said, you do need to set up kind of the rules of the game. So you need to know, like, okay, how are the zombies being made? How do you take them down? You do need to know that. I did also like the stuff where they're giving the guys their gear. It's kind of like the whole every James Bond movie where Q gives Bond the gadgets.
So
you had kind of that vibe.
Brain, Zach still got another book.
I got 3 books.
Yeah, I still have some books I want to show off too. So
actually, I got 3 books, and then I got even some other stuff. Like I guess the mom.
And Friday's reading will be Tim Drake #1.
I'm not gonna be here Friday. That's tomorrow. I'm not gonna be here.
Why not?
Because it's Tim Drake, Robin.
You bigot.
That's why. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm a bigot. I only like good comics. I'm sorry.
You only read Tim Drake Robin when he's straight.
I'll read Black Panther, sir. Anyway.
You froze so bad on my screen.
Did I freeze? Am I back?
Oh, yeah, you're back. You're with your mouth. You're like.
Anyway.
Your eyes closed, your mouth open. It just looks so bad. All
right. You need to fix your internet. I need to open YouTube and make sure I don't look like a fool.
No, it is on YouTube too.
Is it on YouTube? I don't like this. No, I look fine. Anyway, so I'm in the top 3 books right now. Yeah, 3. Top 3 books. Number 3. Nope, that's not it. That is a spoiler. This is number 3. Thor number 27. I got the cover A. Really cool cover A there. Venom does not look like this, by the way. He doesn't look like that anymore. It's kind of disappointing. No, I really dug this for a number of reasons.
Oh, in the book he looks like that, though.
Nuh-uh.
He goes old school.
He looked a little bit sleeker, I thought. But, no, I dug this book for a number of reasons. First of all, Zdarsky does this thing where if you read any not Zdarsky, Cates, he does this thing where if you read any of his books, he has continuity. He has stuff that he takes from like one story and he'll incorporate it into another title. He has like this canon across these titles that he's worked on. So this, of course, is picking up right after the Thor Hulk crossover, which Cates wrote issues for both Thor and the Incredible Hulk. So Thor is, like Vinkman kind of said, he's brooding because when Thor got injected with gamma rays, he broke the Bifrost, and so now he's all having a little pity party over there. When did I'm not even, I don't know, Ash. I don't know when Marvel killed Thor. That was like before Civil War. Last time I remember Thor dying. But yeah, no, you've got different things in here. You've got Donald Blake coming back from earlier in the Cates run. You've got, like I said, there's references to just this last Thor Hulk crossover. Thor, of course, like Bigman said, he enlists Loki to fix the Bifrost Bridge. Loki says, well, I can't fix the Bifrost, but I can try doing these other magical spells, these transportation spells. So he starts opening up a portal, which is where this character from Thor number, what did I say it was, 325? Desmond Pitt, who was a character that Thor fought against, who was tricked by Mephisto. He comes through this portal, and he's got the symbiote goop on him. And so Thor and Loki and Sif, they follow him. And he's starting to attack the Warriors 4. It's the Warriors 4 now. And, they're about to fight him. Thor kind of blows them up. And but then, of course, the symbiote kind of puts them back together. Venom shows up, and he's like, hey, yeah, because he's the King in Black now. Eddie Brock is, so he can see across all these different symbiotes. It's like a hive mind thing. So he shows up, and he's going to help Thor take down this rogue symbiote who, on the last page, I thought it was kind of funny. I'm one of the few people I know that like Venom, too. So when he gets to the last page, and he goes, that's a red one. I kind of laughed. That was pretty funny. But, yeah, really good. I like how it brought characters back from the older Thor run, older Thor comics in here. I thought that was really fun. So, yeah, really good read. Ash, I didn't read Axe. I don't know anybody who is reading Axe.
Avengers versus what? Or
That's the Avengers X-Men Eternals.
the new one.
Judgment Day.
No one cares about that.
Yeah, is anybody really reading? I'm not.
Thor died back in Civil War.
Yeah, Thor died back then. Apparently, he just died again in A.
Right before Civil War, yeah.
I know that people are speculating that it's the X-Men. They can resurrect anybody now, so doesn't matter. So yeah, sorry. Number 2, Batman Beyond the White Knight. I just got the cover A. Very cinematic looking.
Yes, we know you couldn't afford to get the better looking cover.
They didn't have it. I looked. They didn't have it.
What time do you go to your comic book stores?
This was around like 1 or 2 in the afternoon.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you got to go.
They open at like 10, but I don't know how busy they get. But anyway,
I'll just say both stores I go to when they first open up. One's opens at 11, one opens noon. It's busy.
Yeah. I will see, like, there have been times I've gone at like 5 or 6 o'clock. They close at 7. So I have gone at like 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening sometimes, and they'll be busy. They'll be like people getting off work or whatever will come in. But
I think it really depends on the popularity of the book. If it's a really like Batman's first issue by Zdarsky, or by Ram V, those sell out really fast.
My store does have a pull box. I do have a pull box, but I didn't put the Harley Quinn variant cover in there. I just had them pull the regular cover A. Really good issue though. I don't know if it's because it's been so long since we had it, Batman Beyond the White Knight, but really fantastic issue. I love the plot twist with Bruce and Jack. You know what I'm talking about, Pinkman. You read it. I like the little thing they do. There's a really cool panel that had me nerding out. It was all, I don't want to say, but it is really cool. If you like the Batmobile, keep an eye out for it. It's a really cool panel with a Batmobile. So yeah. Also, you do get Derek Powers. His he goes full bad guy. And the final page I thought was really interesting. I'm kind of curious to see where that goes in the next issue. All right. And now it's time for my number 1 comic this week. I was kind of surprised. If you were here Tuesday for the top 5, this was at the bottom of the list because I was very iffy about it. I wasn't sure what to expect. But this week, my number one book is Action Comics 1047. I got the very George Reeves looking cover.
I kind of figured it was because you haven't shown that book yet.
Yeah. So this is part 1. They're calling it Kal-El Returns. This is Philip Kennedy Johnson. The artist name something Federici. Not a bad artist. Very, very similar to what you see on the cover. Pretty good jumping on point, I would have to say. So this is right after Superman has come Warworld. I have not read the whole Warworld saga. I know basics of what happened because they do recaps a little bit in here. But all I know is Clark Kent is back, and yeah, there's some fallout from Warworld. There's some stuff that he has to deal with. I won't go into spoilers in case anyone's reading it. Sinestro? No Sinestro.
World.
No. So yeah, it's really neat. There are 2 villains that show up in this. Two of, I would say, the best Superman villains. Okay. They're both on this cover. So you just you have to pick which 2 you think they are. There is no Jimmy Olsen, unfortunately, but Cal goes to college. No, not really. Kal-El, he does come back. You see, there's a lot of reuniting him with, he gets, he and Lois have a touching reunion type of scene. He's brought back some visitors from Warworld.
That's the Randy Quaid cover. George Reeves. I don't know. I saw George Reeves. I didn't see Randy Quaid.
I don't know. I don't know. I can almost see it now.
Well, yeah, for Superman. The other one was a George Reeves though. I mean,
I think this is actually of the Action Comics covers I saw. I think this is the best one.
That's the Gipper and Superman.
Gipper. No, there is some really cool stuff. There was actually, yeah. I don't think John Kent was not really a factor. In this book.
Sorry, it's Mariah. She's after having some super parts. Oh, that's just funny.
It's the same cover I showed Tuesday.
I know. It's like they're because Ash is making fun of you. She has to go full savage. I'm gonna join him.
Yeah. Well, I DeSantis about to fly Cal's new immigrants to
California.
Skip, that was good. That high five, Skip.
That's where all the calories are. Yes.
No, so there is a really neat. I mean, of course, there's a lot of Superman being Superman. He saves kids from falling off a bridge. There's just a lot of that good, wholesome Superman dialogue in here. There's a backstory that I thought was really cool. It's a different artist than the main story, but it kind of shows Superman coming back to Earth, like the actual moment that he comes back, and Supergirl and Con-El are there to meet him. That was a really cool story. I thought just really solid all the way around. Not quite up to like Tomasi from like Superman Rebirth, but not very far away. I mean, obviously it's going to be miles better than Bendis or Taylor. But yeah, Bill Kennedy Johnson, I was impressed with this. I'm going to want to go back and start where the first issue is that he came in on, because this was a good read. I was very impressed. The villains, there's the 2 villains from the main story, and then there's also in the backup story they mentioned Mongol. So Mongol, I'm sure, is going to be wanting revenge in some way, shape, or form. So yeah, Action Comics. I gotta say, I was surprised. It was bottom. It was number 5 on Tuesday, and it's number 1 on a Thursday. So
some
really good stuff. I did also pick up some manga because I was at the bookstore. It's been really good weather, so I actually walked to the bookstore. It's not very far away from here. Picked up the new volume number 8 of Spy Family, which, Trusty, if you're out there watching, number 8's available.
Sir, this is a comic book stream, not a manga stream. We're anti-manga here. We're pro-comics.
All right, fine. You want superheroes? I got superheroes. I got My Hero Academia Vigilantes.
That's still
issue
manga.
number 8. I got One Punch Man, issue number 4.
Well, he got old. Wow.
No, no, this is like a mentor. This is a mentor.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
him. That's him in the background right there. That's him.
I was gonna say it's like, wow, I know he's been around since early 2000s, but still.
Yeah. Oh no, Skip! Not a walk to the comic shop. This was a walk to the Barnes and Noble. The comic shop's like 10 miles away. I can't walk there. And then finally, I had to get this one because it was volume 100. This is One Piece. Had a really sweet cover to it. So yeah. Whatever. We show all kinds of nerdy stuff here. Manga counts as comics. Look at the size of this.
It is
This
true. We do allow you on here to show you off your nerdy self.
You pay $10 for some comic.
$10.
$10, and it's for a comic book that's a fraction of this size. So whatever.
Ooh, wow.
Get out of here with that.
Wait, if I pay $10 for a Brubaker book, you're saying that sucks compared to One Piece?
No, $10 for a Brubaker book is worth it. $10 for like a Spider-Man 1000 or whatever, not worth it.
If they told me to burn a bunch of One Piece books in order to get a Brubaker book, I'd do it.
No.
Yes.
Not worth it.
I'd go to the bookstore and light them on fire.
Have you seen? They actually have. Somebody went and put together every volume of the One Piece manga, and they put it all in one giant book binding. So it's like one huge book. It's the same size. It's like the same dimensions here,
Yes.
but it's just like a huge, thick book. I don't even know how you.
I agree. Manga is too expensive and it's space consuming.
What are you talking about? They're smaller. They're like half the size of a normal trade.
Majority of them are either $10 to $15, and you're only getting a handful of chapters.
$10. If you're paying $15 for a manga, you're paying.
Or are you either through Tokyo? Was Tokyo Pop? Viz is a big one.
I think one of these is Viz. No, these are all Shonen Jumps. I have Viz. Viz does one of the companies. No, that's not Viz. That's Oni Press. That's no, I don't have any from Viz. Yeah. But no, all of mine they're like $10. $10 a volume.
Yeah, so we gotta get you a copy of the Gotham Noir. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Or hey.
Apparently, Skip said he saw a copy last night at his shop.
Hey, I'll take it. If you find a copy of that What If with the kids from Battle World.
All right.
What's that? Almighty Hater, Almighty Jackass? He's just hiding out at his old house or something.
So, are you done now? You got more.
I'm done, sir. Unless you want me to show off books that I got from like E's auction, but other than that, I'm done.
We can do that. Well, let me get to my big three.
No, go to your stuff. I've been on there for too long. Get me off there. All yeah. Right. Oh, it's a Brubaker? Then heck yes, Skip. Heck yes, I need a copy of Gotham Noir.
These next two items I got at the comic store yesterday are just awesome. I couldn't pass them up, with some Gil Kane art on the cover. Mm-hmm. Both drawn by Gene Colan. Both came out in 1972 by Marvel. Yes.
All right, well, show us already. Ooh. Help me, I'm falling!
This is it's a 4.0. Yes, I guess somebody taped it on the side, and we're talking about this on Discord.
Yeah.
To prevent it from falling apart, but even then, it's still got a 4.0 though.
That's crazy. That's awesome. Black Widow's like, I can't save you. You're a man. You have to die.
Look at that Gene Colan art.
Those eyes.
The nose.
You have to die.
Yes. The detail, everything, background. So. Yep.
RDV is such a Black Widow simp. That's true. He kind of is. How am I the Yelena simp if you're the one who's like everything Black Widow?
Because I go for the better Black Widow.
The better Black Widow?
Not the Yelena Widow.
Not the blonde?
Well, Yelena's a white widow. See, we understand why you can't go for Black Widow.
Grr.
This is number 92.
Ooh.
So.
Another Black Widow.
Yep.
The Blue Talon strikes.
The first appearance were for her title, her logo being on there.
Oh, nice.
On Daredevil. It was A Man Without Fear. It changed in this issue to Daredevil and the Black Widow. So.
Very cool.
So. Yeah. So I got these pretty cheap though. I actually got these for under $60.
Wow. Oh, that's nice. That's a good deal.
So, but that's not it though. I still have one more.
But wait, there's more.
There's more. Yes, there's more. Don't worry.
I wasn't worried, but okay.
I'm sure you were on the inside. This is a book I'm going to be sending over to E's auction, because I know you like this kind of stuff, Zach.
Yeah.
This is up your cheesecake alley.
Is it She-Hulk? Is it Squirrel Girl? Oh, it's Spider-Woman.
Look at that
Nice. Is
awesome Nick Fury.
Yeah. Oh, that's the one before she had it with the hair coming out the back.
Yep, this is the original one, Marvel Spotlight.
Interesting.
First appearance. So.
Very nice. Very nice.
So issues 1 through 8.
The Thing and Spider-Woman.
So, as it's got Marvel Spotlight number 32, Marvel 2-in-1 numbers 29 through 33, Spider-Woman numbers 1 through 8, written by Marv Wolfman, with Carmine Infantino and Ron Wilson, with Archie Goodwin and Sal Buscema doing some of the creative teams in here. So
very nice.
So, and it's original. It's a volume 1. So you get the very first one of these archives. This is the Marvel Masterworks. So, I believe even these back then had there were some golden covers, or maybe those were reprints. I'm not sure. I know Breen has a bunch of those, but I think Miranda too. I think Miranda, you have some Masterworks as well. Weren't they also at a variant? There was silver, and then there was a gold, I believe, with the little borders. But no, I gotta say, it's worth it. Originally was a $75 book. You got it for half off.
Wow.
Yeah, so coming to E's auction over on I Love Comics, which is usually where it's been switched from Saturdays to Tuesday nights.
Tuesday.
Yes, at 7, I believe. Yeah, 8 Eastern, right? Yeah,
8 Eastern would be 7 Central. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you haven't checked out his stuff, go check out his channel. I Love Comics. He's got some cool videos up there too.
Yep.
And now, Zach, I know you got some books from his auction. If you want to show some of those off.
Let me back up over here, and yeah, I've got a good little selection of stuff over here. I got all these books. They're just stacking up, man. I'm running out of room over here.
I got all these books over here.
Look at all these books. I gotta clean up after myself.
That's what Stank Miller said.
Stank Miller? Who's Stank Miller?
Let's keep it Dasha saying he's Stank Miller, not Frank. He's Stank Miller.
Stank Miller. Zach
Frank.
said wow to that Nick Fury because he wasn't black.
He's Frank. Is he Frank? Right. Hey, he's Frank the Stank Miller.
Frank the Stank. Anyway, moving on. I got some Marvel Triple Action Avengers stories.
I got some Marvel Triple Action here.
We got Red Guardian.
I got the True Believers of that.
Oh yeah,
fun book.
Got this one right here with who's that? Goliath, Ant-Man, the Whirlwind.
That's right, kids. I got all your triple action here at Marvel.
MK, my wife doesn't come in this room. This room is my man cave. So
he's actually locked in. It's his prison cell.
I actually am. There's a very tiny window for a reason.
And the dog stands guard.
So no, the dog's actually at my in-laws tonight. He's playing with their little dog.
He's playing hooky. He's not doing his job.
He is. Fantastic Four 250th issue, starring Spider-Man, Captain America, Avengers, Gladiator. We got some John Byrne Avengers as well into the negative zone.
Hey, you like that?
Feel the burn. Feel the burn. Anyway,
Colin is just old and great.
Some new Teen Titans. Raven with the white costume.
Oh! I guess that's why you got it. You don't want the one with the black.
Ooh! God, get a different joke. No, I'm just kidding. New Defenders.
Well, I wouldn't be that cruel because I have to find a new co-host then.
Oh, that's true. You would.
If I got rid of got a new joke.
First, Frankie Ray as Nova. Pretty cool stuff there. Most unexpected guest star of all time.
Say what?
We got some more Burn Fantastic Four with El Diablo.
I like how she's got her bra over her costume.
I
Her
don't think
panties.
that's the bra. I think it's the light from the fire. Which begs the question, what is the Human Torch's deal? He's made of fire. You
They're
can
all
burn,
wearing
you can
bikinis.
burn those ropes, Johnny. This one right here with a Doom mask. Johnny looks really young in this picture too. He looks like 11 years old. Really cool painted cover for New Defenders with Valkyrie.
Yes, Cullen is dead, but Frank almost looks like he's dead, and he's still alive somehow.
New Mutants with the New Defenders. Cannonball and Sunspot and Danny Moonstone. It's pretty cool. This New Defenders title, outrageous.
Wow.
Look at that.
Look, is that Valkyrie?
Valkyrie with the butt, and then there's the naked girl. I think that's Cloud behind her.
I love how your camera just freezes on that part right there to go the camera.
I didn't plan that. I did not plan that.
I'm watching on the 8-second delay on my phone. It doesn't.
Got old school Defenders.
Nice.
Hulk riding on a whale.
Oh, he's the Prince of Wales.
Prince of Wales. I mean, come on. That's fun. I got a lot of Defenders actually with this one. There's some more Defenders with Hulk, with Beast, Angel, and Iceman, and the giant shadowy figure. Here's some more triple action with Hercules.
Hey, isn't he have a boyfriend now?
We don't talk about that. No, he doesn't. Some more Defenders. Angel with the sunglasses.
There it goes.
He's like, whoa. And then we got some more Fantastic Four. Thing versus Gladiator. I don't like the Gladiator's look, by the way. The Mohawk, I don't get the Mohawk. We've got some more Fantastic Four with Annihilus.
Nice.
I would like to see more of him, please, in Fantastic Four comics. I like this. This is probably my favorite cover of the ones that I got. In the hands of an angry Doom. 3 against Doomsday. That's cool. Also, the best Teen Titans cover I got this week. Skinny Dippin' Raven. That's also the happiest Raven has ever looked. Right there in that shot. Got a Blue Beetle with a giant robot. Because Ash knows that I like the giant robots.
I told you it was dating someone. Thank you, Mr. Comic Book Knowledge, Eric Green.
Yeah, that was during what's his name's run, Al Ewing's Guardian. That's the same run where he made Star-Lord polygamous and bisexual.
Why do you think I won't read Venom by Al Ewing?
Why do you think I don't read anything by Al Ewing?
You read Thor.
Which one?
His current week's Thor. Al Ewing.
He was no. Al Ewing didn't write. That was Donny Cates. I'm pretty confident Al Ewing is only on there because he's writing Venom. So he's just there telling Donny Cates what's going on with Venom.
$7.99? Nope.
Some more Fantastic Four featuring Terrax, and also these guys.
Floating heads.
Floating heads. Whoa.
Why Spider-Man on there twice though?
Starjammers. That's pretty cool. I do like the Starjammers. Space pirates. So that's really cool. And to anyone who says that I don't like the Black Knight, rue the day, friends. Rue the day. There he is, right there. Black Knight. Read him and weep.
Polygamous means that you're
more than one romantic partner.
Means you're a womanizer.
Yeah, or a Mormon, or a reverse Mormon.
Oh, you gotta have lucky underwear if you're a Mormon. Otherwise, it's count, right?
And then also got I have Batman number 500. I believe this is the first appearance of Azrael. I'm not entirely sure.
Whoa! I want to clear this up, Ash. Nobody was disrespecting Marania. We only said Stank. We only said Frank the Snake Miller.
Frank the Stank.
Yes.
But anyway.
Great movie.
Anyway, that is what I got.
And that's pretty much all I have. I don't think I have any more books for this week.
This really humongous Defenders thing, I could like hit someone on the head with. So Yup.
All right.
Frank the Stank. That's our new thing.
I mean,
we need to have a puppet named Frank the Stank. Wait a second, isn't Frank the cop puppet? Isn't his name Frank?
yes, his name's Frank.
Yes, we have a Frank the Stank puppet.
Yes.
Ah.
Sadly, he cannot join us tonight on this stream because he's off working the streets of New York right now.
You mean Under the Bridge?
Well, no, that's his son, Puppetine.
I think Puppetine got washed away under the bridge.
Oh, he was here early tonight. Didn't you see him revealing Resident Alien?
No, I don't watch the Resident Alien reviews. I don't watch the show.
He was in his lifeboat.
Y'all need to do like rookie reviews or something. I'd watch those.
Well, you'd have to be actually part of that stream.
That's true. I do watch the rookie.
'Cause
Actually, I believe Emperor Puppetine and I are trying to do an Andor review stream at some point.
which got beat up by She-Hulk in the ratings.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all.
She-Hulk,
I believe those numbers are fudged.
the
sir.
opening premiere of She-Hulk was higher than the opening of Andor.
I don't believe. Well, maybe I do, but I want to see what the numbers look like over time because I guarantee you, She-Hulk's numbers have gone down over
But
time.
I was gonna say this,
and Andor's have gone up.
I think it's believable because of the fact that so many people hate Star Wars, what they've done to it. They weren't going to watch Andor, where She-Hulk is a popular character.
But here's the thing: I've been seeing a lot of people, unlikely people, saying that they like Andor. I've seen like some of the people that we would call black pills. I've seen them say, "Yeah, Andor's actually not a bad show." Pretty, and I agree. Andor, I think, has actually been it's been a pretty good show. 4 episodes in, I'm liking what they're doing with Andor. You don't pay attention to what the actors say about the characters or anything like that. Just watch the show and the story for what it is. Same thing with House of the Dragon. Maybe Rings. I haven't watched Ring of Power yet.
You are roboting, sir.
Domo arigato. Anyway,
Phrasing.
but yeah, no. Andor has been a good show though. I've been enjoying it.
We will press F in the chat when you finally freeze.
Please do, so I know when I am, because I don't know what's going on.
I want to get a clip that says plays the song Freeze Frame. Whenever you
Freeze frame. Oh, am I frozen? Skip? No.
Not yet.
Oh, well, he put an F in the chat.
Well, remember they're on an 8-second delay.
Well, I'm looking on YouTube right now, and I look fine.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
Skip, you lied to me.
That's the
Skip. Andor without the droid is about as done. Dude, are you watching Andor though? Because I mean, I gotta say, I'm enjoying it. So
I don't want to watch them.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Ash. I'm enjoying it. I do agree. I was upset when I learned that Alan Tudyk wouldn't be coming back to play the droid K2SO, but the show so far is actually really good. I think we might have even talked about this. I think Disney Star Wars is better when they use characters that they created versus when they take characters like Boba Fett or Obi-Wan Kenobi and try to like put their own spin on them. Because Kenobi and Boba Fett were bleh. But like Mandalorian, Cassian Andor, Bad Batch, those shows have all been really good. So anyway,
all right.
and who's the guy? One of the Skarsgård actors. I think it's the dad, Stellan Skarsgård, he was the professor in the Thor movies. I forget his name. Eric something Selvig, Dr. Selvig from Thor. He's in here. He's really good. I really like his performance in Andor.
Oh, did you hear that? It's apparently Rings of Power is beating out House of the Dragon as far as views, people watching.
I don't know if I buy that either. I don't see all these streaming services.
I want to say this though, aren't they both bad shows though?
No, House of the Dragon's actually really good. I'm liking House of the Dragon a lot.
I thought House of the Dragon had problems too, where they were changing stuff.
They race swapped some of the characters,
but isn't House of the Dragon the one that had the whole pregnancy thing people were upset about? The abortion thing?
In the previous, not this past episode, but the previous one, yeah.
Yeah, so that's the one people are having problems with that. So
I like it more than Game of Thrones did, though, because it while it has had some nudity, it's not nearly as much.
Right.
I Matt Smith, dude, Matt Smith has some range as an actor. Like, I'm surprised. I'm kind of upset at myself. It took me this long to know this, but he is so good in the role that he has.
So
It's fantastic.
I think we're gonna end this. I'm gonna end this on a high note. I wanna talk about something that came out today. Some news.
Puppetine. Oh, he didn't come out the closet?
No.
Oh.
All right, so
Ash is right though. Streaming services do. That's why I'm very iffy when a streaming service talks about their numbers, because there's no impartial source to back it up.
all right, so this
Interesting.
it's now a movie now instead of being a TV series. I wasn't
Very
going to watch the
interesting.
TV series, but I mean,
I would be more. I'm more interested in watching a movie versus a series at this point with Marvel.
now this is kind of like if, in the sense, if basically if they would have done an HBO Max, would have canceled Batgirl and turned it into an actual big budget movie versus being keeping on HBO Max. Marvel decides, you know what, we don't have an Iron Man, so we're going to create a new Iron Man since we already have a Captain America replacement. So Don Cheadle's going to be the new Iron Man. I guarantee you, that's their goal.
I thought it was going to be Riri.
I don't know, bro.
You don't think it's going to be Riri Williams? Is she coming in Wakanda?
We don't know.
Hot.
We don't know, but even if he becomes a new Iron Man, they're going to have her basically being under his mentorship, apparently.
Iron Jr.
Yes.
Look, I would not mind if Don Cheadle, if they have Rhodey take over the Iron Man mantle, because I mean, there's precedent for that in the comics. In Secret Wars, Rhodey was Iron Man. He was in the Iron Man armor. But so I don't think I would mind that if they did that with him.
I mean, if Jeremy Renner was in the movie, I'd be like, I actually want to watch it. I like him as Hawkeye.
Oh yeah, shoot, I'll watch anything Jeremy Renner.
But this is actually off of those. This is the Hollywood Reporter is one that broke the news. They're using basically an image from Endgame.
MK, yes, there was an Iron Lad. He was really just a kid version of Kang the Conqueror, but he did go by Iron Lad.
That's the other thing too. A lot of people were Austin Peace bringing up as far as Morgan Stark.
Yeah,
Tony Stark's daughter.
Right. Yeah.
And people are kind of upset. Like, why is she being ignored? We built her up as, I love you 3000 girl.
Yeah.
And now we're gonna ignore you and bring in this other black girl and just basically, it doesn't really matter what her color is. People would probably still hate the character Riri Williams because the fact that it's overshadowing a character that was created by their two shipping love interests, Tony and Pepper. So bringing in another girl, basically say like, well, I'm gonna take on your dad's mantle. Fuck, you aren't. This girl was here first. Like,
here's what you do. You want to make both sides happy, right? You want to have the Morgan Stark fans happy, all the shippers that were like Tony and Pepper forever. Yeah. You want to have all the Riri stands happy. Here's what you do. They did this with Godzilla and King Kong. You do a fight movie. You have Morgan Stark versus Riri Williams. You have them fight it out. And then you bring in some I don't know. God, I don't want to say Dr. Doom because Dr. Doom.
I don't want Batman versus Superman, okay?
I'm just saying.
No, what I would
personally, I'd rather see Morgan Stark because at least she's an original character and not Riri.
I'm just saying what you need to do is have Morgan Stark grow up, be older, become the new Tony Stark.
She already is older by now. I mean, shoot, how many years out
being an intellectual genius, having a younger Riri Williams come in and being a mentor to that Riri Williams.
I gotta agree with Austin P. I'm pretty sure there's more Morgan Stark fans than Riri Williams.
Yeah, of course there is. No, the normies don't know Riri Williams.
Yeah, exactly.
If they know her anything, that's probably because they watched her in one of the Spider-Man cartoons where they actually introduced her.
That's true.
So, along with Miss Marvel, who's been in a lot of the Disney cartoons, even in the games. But Riri Williams really hasn't been anything other than comic books. She hasn't. Ironheart has not appeared in any games.
No. Although they are making a new Iron Man video game. Did you hear about that?
In a Wolverine game, but I didn't hear about the Iron Man game though.
EA is making a Iron Man game. It sounds like it's the same studio that did that Anthem game, which is basically Iron Man without Tony Stark, because it was like you had mech suits that you would fly around in. But I don't know when it's supposed to come out.
So as I said, as I'm looking at this, I'm thinking like it's Don Cheadle. The guy, I agree with Marani. The guy looks like he's basically just got past cancer. He's he's in remission.
That's so mean. He's old.
I liked him in Hotel Rwanda. I agree with the Skip on this. But how many years ago was that though?
I watched Iron Man 2 recently. And I thought back in Iron Man 2, I did like Don Cheadle in Iron Man. I like him in Avengers: Age of Ultron too. He is, yeah, but once you get up to like Endgame, you're right. He does actually not even Endgame, but when they showed him in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier,
Yeah,
he did look like he
Rhodey's
aged
supposed
like
to
10
be a
years.
younger looking guy
Yeah,
in the comic books.
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
supposed to be like in his 40s or 50s.
Yeah.
Don Cheadle looks like he's in his 70s.
He looks like he aged up pretty quickly.
At this point, can we get Tim Meadows? Maybe Tim Meadows looks younger.
Tim Meadows? I'm pretty sure Tim Meadows is closer to 60 than Don. Tim Meadows is pretty old.
But at least he's funny.
Did you hear the rumor going around today? I actually saw this right before we got on. Going around Twitter is the rumor. So you know how the guy that played Thunderbolt Ross died, right?
This is the other big news. Yes, I heard about this.
You heard about this, right? They want to get Harrison Ford. They want to recast Harrison Ford as General Thunderbolt Ross. So that they could have Red Hulk
I'm just thinking
possibly in the Thunderbolts movie.
If you want to get anybody, I'd get Jeff Bridges.
No, I wouldn't get Jeff Bridges.
Jeff Bridges.
No, not for Thunderbolt. No.
Jeff Bridges is closer to the age of what William Hurt was.
Yeah, but he doesn't have the
looks
same.
like William Hurt though.
No.
Watch the old man. I'm just saying.
No. I don't want Harrison Ford. The guy needs to chill. All right, the guy already crashes planes and landing all the time. Like the guy needs to chill out. He just finished Indiana Jones.
You guys are like saying like, "Oh, Grandpa, you can't do this anymore."
Yeah, exactly. He's old. He just finished filming Indiana Jones.
Protect him. Don't let him be any harm come to my Harrison Ford.
Yes, exactly. But look, actually, and I gotta say, look, Skip, this is twice now in 2 months. I agree with Grace Randolph on something. The world must be ending soon. I agree with her twice. There's the whole She-Hulk stuff, and now there's this point she made. The fact that there's rumors going around that they want to recast Thunderbolt Ross ahead of recasting T'Challa is ridiculous to me. T'Challa is a much higher priority character, I think, for the MCU than Thunderbolt Ross. But the fact that they have rumors going around where they're going to recast him instead of Black Panther is crazy.
Well, they already have the Thunderbolts.
Yeah, you don't need Red Hulk. You've already got a pretty solid lineup.
My feeling is they want to do a Thunderbolts 2, and they're going to have Red Hulk be in the next one, or part of Phase 4, because
you need a Hulk.
Bruce Banner's not going to be part of it. Mark Ruffalo's out for the next phase. I guess
it seems like, and you need to have. You need a Hulk. I don't want to say you need. But it's good, I guess, to have, especially if they are bringing Wolverine in, because I think people do want to see a Wolverine versus Hulk movie.
Marania is saying Anthony Mackie should have been cast as Rhodey. He's 44. But I also did like was it Terrence Howard?
Terrence Howard wasn't bad. The thing was he got cocky. He wanted to be paid more than RDJ.
Yeah.
So that was the thing.
And that's that was RDJ was
That was his first
big movie at all. Anything.
That was his first big movie in a while too. Yeah. So
he just got. Everybody knew him for being being in jail, a druggie, doing coke addict stuff.
Right.
And they took a chance on him, and
they did. Yeah.
It worked out really well. And the fact that there's hardly any actors left that actually want to study their characters and actually get into touch with their characters before they actually take on the role.
That's true.
A lot of them being like, "Well, no, I'm just going to change the character to what I want it to be." And
right.
Which
what's her name in She-Hulk, or like Brie Larson with Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Although, did you? I don't know. The guy who's going to be playing Blade, I don't know. I kind of feel bad for him.
Oh yes.
Apparently, Blade is going through all kinds of craziness.
They lost her to director. It was supposed to start filming it within like the next week or so. Or weeks. Director
is gone. The script for Blade is only about 90 pages.
And come on, what's with all these?
Not very big.
All these rumors. Blade's gonna be Muslim because the actor's Muslim. I don't care. I don't care what he can be Christian. He can be agnostic. I don't give a shit as long as he actually is that motherfucker that skates uphill.
Yeah,
and kills people.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Now here's the thing though. Can you get better than Deacon Frost? for a villain.
No, you know who you get for a villain? You get Jared Leto to come in as Morbius. I want to see
Subway. I raise it
I,
that.
I want to see Blade take on Morbius and have Morbius.
Honestly,
it's
I
Morbin time,
want
and then
more
Blade
Morbius,
goes
but
out.
but I want him to be like in a Spider-Man movie. Bring him in the MCU. Let him be, and then
I agree.
I mean, give me the whole 6-armed Spider-Man arc. I want the lizard. Give me all that. Give me that story.
You know, Ash makes a good point. I'd forgotten about this. Ant-Man had a whole director shift too when they lost Edgar Wright.
True.
And then that ended up actually, I think, working really well for Ant-Man.
Viola Davis should be Submariner because she's a king.
God.
The warrior king.
Have you seen the pictures side by side of Namor, MCU Namor versus like Jason Momoa's Aquaman? I'm going to take Aquaman every time. I don't know, dude. I like Edgar Wright. I love Ed Wright movies, but I really dig what Peyton Reed did with Ant-Man. I would be curious to read the scripts for Edgar Wright, but I really do dig the Peyton Reed movies. I do think T'Challa also does need a recast, but no, only one person can play Black Panther, even though we've had like 12 Batmen and 3 Spider-Men and God knows how many Supermen. We can only have one Black Panther. We have 2 Blades. You have Wesley Snipes and then Mahershala Ali, but you can only have one T'Challa.
All right.
Anyway,
non-comic news. We got a new American Pie film on the way.
Who cares about that?
I'm just saying that's how crappy Hollywood is. We gotta bring back American Pie. We're gonna do 7 movies of those again with a different cast, and we're kind of told they make it woke.
No, thank you. Did you even watch the Rookie season 5 premiere?
Not yet.
It's Thursday, Pinkman. This came out on Sunday.
I can watch them back to back.
You're watching the Feds one too?
I'm gonna have to watch that one. Yeah, I want to give it at least a shot. I know it. I'm not gonna like because
I didn't care for the actress.
Nathan Fillion is basically the star of the Rookie for a reason because he carries the show. Although I do like the supporting cast. They're
the
great.
supporting cast is great, yeah.
Bradford and Lucy Chen and just everyone else involved.
I like the new guy that took over. What's his name? I forget his name in the show. The guy who was he's like the reality star, but he was accused of murder.
Oh yeah, yes.
What's his name? Adam? Is it Adam? I want to call him Adam.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, his character is really good. I like his character a lot.
It's weird that I'm watching ABC shows that actually that's still around and is actually good. I mean, Modern Family is good for a laugh here and there, but I could not watch them every single week. It's just same with The Big Bang Theory. What was the other show? What was it?
Big Bang Theory actually hit.
How I Met Your Mother.
How I Met Your Mother, dude. I love How I Met Your Mother.
Parks and Recreation, Community. It's like I like random comedies like every once a year, but I can't just watch them back to back. Like my niece was watching The Office. She's watching one after another after another. I was just
I love The Office.
Certain jokes are cool, yes, but after a while, it gets like the same. It feels repetitive.
Well, yeah, you can't just watch comedies back to. You got okay, I'll watch. Like I just finished watching through The Big Bang Theory, which isn't as bad as I remember it being. It's still kind of cringy in spots, but it's not as bad as I remember it being. But like after that, now I'm watching The Blacklist with James Spader, which is actually a really good show.
Yeah, I heard about that. I watched the first episode and never went back and watched it. Not because I hate it, I just forgot about the show. It was on.
Yeah, you should go back. It's on Netflix. It was pretty good.
The other big news was that shaking up the My Hero Academia fans is that they finally revealed that Invisible Girl has lost her quirk, so now she's visible. Now I did not see the panel how she is, but on the cover they hint and Shonen Jump that she's naked. Well, we've always known this because whenever we see her, we'd see maybe like a glove and shoes, maybe if we saw her at all.
Gloves, normally just gloves, yeah.
So she's been running around naked this whole entire time. Figure that out. That's gonna hurt when you land on gravel.
Ooh, ow! Yeah, I hadn't even thought about that. Here's the thing: they're not gonna show her naked inside the book.
They'll show
it's an all ages story. Like they show some scanty costumes on the ladies, but there's no nudity.
Well, there's only what's his name? Is it a Meta? What's the guy? The one of the purple grapes? he has
Mineta.
Mineta is gonna go crazy when if I can see his reaction seeing her finally and she poofs and she's naked.
Yeah, well, he's gonna have nosebleeds all over the place. That's what they do when you get.
Yeah, it's because for all you guys who are saying that he's gay, he's not.
He's not. No. I remember when that was going. Well, here's the thing. I learned this today. I don't know if you knew about this. There's a law that they're trying to pass, I think, in Japan. So all these manga creators, most of them are anonymous. Like they have pen names, but they're not like these big public figures. Like over here in the West, like we know Neil Gaiman, Jack Kirby, Frank Miller. Not so much so from what I can tell over in Japan. A lot of them, they remain anonymous because some of the Western manga readers are batshit crazy. Like you're talking about with the naked girl on My Hero Academia, or when there was the other manga called Rising of the Shield Hero. A lot of people hated that one because it showed a girl lying about being, taken advantage of. Yes, and they're like, girls don't lie about that, even though they kind of do sometimes.
Well, the other thing is a lot of these translators will actually translate the wrong lines and actually change purposely change the meaning of what it is.
Well, that too. Yeah. But here's the thing, though. So because there are so many crazy manga readers over here in the West that like get all up in arms every time something's not done entirely PC or to their liking. Now there's this law they're trying to pass over in Japan that takes the anonymity away from some of these manga creators so that they can become visible targets to a lot of the unhappy readers. So not very great.
There's one more thing I want to share about this. I'm sure you guys already heard about this. And this is really makes me excited for 2023. Ours is 2024. Not sure yet. I think it's 2024. But it is.
Is it what I think it is?
It's Hugh Jackman.
Oh, yeah. 2024.
Yes.
I think he had said that if Disney bought Fox while he was still playing Wolverine, he would be retired. I think that's what he said.
It is just fun. I don't have any audio on here, but a fan basically had caught him on the street, and I'll play the video. But nice. There's no audio though. But
I hate when they have like that robot reading of the captions.
Yeah, right. But it's cool. The guy's like, excited. He's like, and he says like, what made you decide? It's great that Ryan talked to you into it. He's like, it was my idea. He's tapping his chest. It was like, and he's like, we're happy to see you come back. And he's like, yeah, bro. It's like, thanks, and I get he's such a great sport because obviously he's come back from shopping. This guy just barge him, but he calls him by name. So this guy must frequently come up to him and record stuff, or it was planned.
Maybe. Hugh Jackman, I gotta say, I like Hugh Jackman a lot. Of all the actors that are in show business, I think Hugh Jackman's probably one of the top 5 like classiest guys. I dig him. I like the way he treats fans, the way he respects the characters that he plays, like Wolverine. But he's one of the longest running actors of a superhero character.
I gotta say though, I'm excited though because I want to see him back in the role. People are saying like, well, with Logan, like, cool, you had Logan. That's all he is, and it's. In the timeline, this is before Logan. And even if they decide to ignore Logan, continue with Hugh Jackman being Wolverine, I don't care. Because I'm getting as long as I'm getting a good story, Hugh Jackman is probably the only Wolverine we'll ever see on screen.
I don't think that.
Maybe we'll get another one, but then again, like I said, it's like when you seen a guy, he's basically created a girl. Hugh Jackman made Wolverine and as far as live action, more popular for the normies. I gotta say that. Even if the X-Men movie was really bad, Fox ones,
they weren't really bad.
I disagree. Wolverine, Hugh Jackman was the best part about the X-Men movies.
Yes. Oh no, that's true.
And the fact that they called it X-Men instead of calling it Wolverine was dumb.
That is also true. But Wolverine, Professor X, and Magneto are basically the only characters that get any development in the X-Men movies.
But like I said, I want more Wolverine. I want more Logan. I mean, and if it keeps with the humor, I love Deadpool too. I loved it. I thought it was gonna be down for a sequel, but I think it was just as good as the first one.
They
kept the sentimental tone. The only thing I don't like about it is the stupid Ned Leeds kid in there. Or sorry, not Ned Leeds, but
you gotta let go of Ned Leeds.
It's a similar casting.
You gotta let him go. You gotta find a different.
You get the overweight, fat, Asian minority kid.
You gotta stop. He wasn't. He was British.
What's the difference?
You
I'm
gotta,
just
you
saying.
gotta stop picking on the fat kids,
No,
Pinkman.
no.
You gotta stop. Go find somebody else to pick
They
on.
took Firebrand, I think the guy's name in Deadpool 2, who's awesome a character, and put him as this overweight, younger, fat, basic kid who's determined into a whiny bitch, which I hated. I was like, why did
They
you do that?
also made Cable shorter than Deadpool. I mean, what's
Well,
your?
Cable actually looked great. Josh Brolin.
He did look great.
Oh my
He just
God.
wasn't as tall.
He looked better. Josh Brolin looks better as Cable than Cable does in the comic books.
I don't know if I'd say that.
I will. And if you want to fight me, go ahead.
I'll
You know where
fight
I am.
you. I'll fight you. No, I don't really, but I'll still fight you. Let's see. Wolverine kind of boring. Skip. Twin. No. Ash is predicting that Robert Downey Jr. will come back to play Iron Man. I think they even talked about that when he did an interview on Joe Rogan's show where I think they talked about that.
Actually, if you think about it, he actually said RDV will come back to Iron Man.
Well,
that is true because I watched the first movie and I still haven't watched it again since then. So I mean,
Maranya says the best character from all three of the original X-Men movies was Kelsey Grammer as Beast. True story. Kelsey Grammer was really great as Beast. He was way better than what's his name, Jennifer Lawrence's whiny ex-boyfriend. So yeah, I'm just reading through some of the comments. Wolverine is only interesting when he can smoke. Also, when he can really graphically kill somebody. That's also when he's interesting.
I mean, we saw him throughout all the X-Men First Class. Whenever they show him, Huge Jack did cameos
in the bar. Yeah, go F yourself. That was a great scene.
Like I said, Fox Wolverine.
He's not boring. What are you talking? Did y'all see Logan? Come on, y'all. He's boring.
Maybe he hates Logan. I thought Logan was like.
Logan was great. Logan made me cry.
I wish Logan would have been more better instead of being like, let's carry my father in a wheelchair around, protect him as he dies. It was depressing.
It was very much. It was like a modern Western. I think.
Yeah.
It had a lot of West. Look. People who like Lone Wolf and Cub, Logan is a Lone Wolf and Cub. You just also have an older wolf in there with the Lone Wolf. It was
Logan versus Logan, protecting little Logan.
Yeah, whatever.
Clones, I hate clones.
It was awesome. It was a great movie.
No.
I mean, I like. What did I like? What's the other Wolverine? Not Wolverine Origins, although that did have some good spots. The one with the hand, or with one where he's in Japan. What is that called? Is it The Wolverine? I think it's The Wolverine. That was a good movie.
I just think it's funny though that they actually like Ryan Reynolds actually convinced him to get Brad Pitt for the.
Oh yeah.
The invisible guy.
The invisible guy.
I forgot what his name. His character's supposed to be in there, but I
forgot too.
But they actually like late. They're like, you actually we're gonna get Brad Pitt. They even listed Brad Pitt being in the movie. And it's funny, you didn't see him whatsoever.
You know who the better character was than Brad Pitt? He got Terry Crews.
The reason they said Brad Pitt because they want you to think it actually was someone invisible.
Yeah.
Because everybody knows that John Cena's invisible. They don't want to go and see. Brad Pitt would get more names than John Cena, but it's actually John Cena doing the role, filling in for Brad Pitt.
Doesn't matter. Terry Crews is better than both of them.
Terry Crews.
Yeah.
Was it Idiocracy?
Huh?
Was Terry Crews in Idiocracy? As the president?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Brokeback Mountain is an incredible movie. Brokeback Mountain.
Oh no!
Hey.
No! All right. Terry Crews is always awesome. Skip. Agreed.
But no, I'm curious. Deadpool 3. What do you think is the plot's actually even gonna be?
Oh, buddy, I don't even know. I mean, it's gonna have Wolverine. Here's what, because I brought this up to somebody. Because they were like, how are they going to bring Wolverine if he's dead in Logan? It's like, dude, Deadpool 2 literally ends with him getting a time machine. Like, come on. It's not that difficult.
Also stated that Logan is in 2029 by Ryan Reynolds. And this little, he did 2 videos.
I saw the
He says Logan it takes place in 2029. Obviously.
Well, here's the thing. No, and as much as I hate this, Marvel is making a big fuss now, a big to-do about the multiverse. Logan is in one multiverse.
Right.
Everybody else is in another one. There you go. Logan could take place in the future of a different multiverse even. There you go. I mean, I really don't know what the plot could be. Honestly, I don't care. I know Ryan Reynolds has creative control of Deadpool. That's all that matters to me, is that Ryan Reynolds still has the creative
Logan
control.
takes place in the future. They
Or
never
a
really,
different-
they never
or a
really
different
established
multiverse.
well, all the X-Men were dead. So, but
Or a
yes,
different- yeah.
well, no, it's now MCU. Obviously, it's not going to be the
No,
same.
it's the Fox universe. Watch, I bet you there's a thing about it too. I mean, we know there's going to be a whole bit where Deadpool's talking about multiverse and X-Men, Fox, and there's obviously going to be a bit about that. But yeah, no, I think
Loki set up everything for multiverses. In fact, even
No Way Home had brought in the other Spider-Man from the multiverse. Like, it's going to be a multiverse thing. I don't think it's going to be a time travel. I think it's going to be a multiverse thing.
Deadpool.
Now somebody mentioned all they have to do now is bring back Eric Bana.
Now I'm going back to that classic meme of Deadpool and the Multiverse of Madness. He's wearing Doctor Strange's outfit. He had the cape on, and they had
I don't know anything about that.
No, but I mean, like I said, I'm looking forward to Deadpool 3.
Dude, that's how you solve the Hulk problem. If Mark Ruffalo is going to be off doing whatever goofy nonsense, they can bring back Eric Bana.
Or
have Eric Bana be the Hulk.
Since Disney's now got freaking tons of money, why don't they just get Edward Norton back?
Oh, I would. Well, no. The reason they don't have Edward Norton is because of creative differences. Ed Norton he was very much wanted to be in charge of everything. That's why they.
Imagine if he would have been in charge and he puts out the best damn Hulk movie there is.
Listen, I loved Ed Norton. I like Ed Norton's Hulk more. His banner. I like Ed Norton's banner.
Hulk. The reason I didn't like that was the ending. The whole thing with him versus was there Nick Nolte. I guess that's from the comic books. So it's supposed to be his father, I guess.
Maybe. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
It just felt flat for me. I did like the fact that though. Eric Bana did have I believe that's the one where he actually had the whole scanner on him. We did the Bill Bixby thing, or was that Incredible Hulk?
No, that was Incredible Hulk. That was at the beginning where they were showing
Liv Tyler now, if she were to come back as Betty Ross.
Please, God, yes, please.
She's just so old. Get Jennifer Connelly.
No! Liv Tyler can still get it.
Jennifer Connelly can get more.
They can both go. Jennifer Connelly already voices Peter
Hulk in the Multiverse of Madness. There you go. Do Kate's Hulk. We can have all the Bettys you want, okay?
Why not?
Why not?
Betty versus Betty. I'll take that.
We'll even bring back Betty Ross. Or Betty White. No.
Anyway,
but
I'm just waiting for Guardians 3. Once Guardians 3 comes, I don't have a stake in anything. Once Guardians 3 drops, I'm like, if it looks interesting, I might see it. There's honestly, no more of this investment.
The way Disney and Marvel does everything with all characters having their redemption arcs, just make Killmonger the new Black Panther. Say he basically steps up and proves himself to be worthy. He feels guilty. That's how you solve it.
His death in Black Panther 1 is a misdirect. He's not really dead. He comes back. He's already ingested the serum anyway, right? So yeah, have him be the Black Panther. Boom. Easy.
Bring back Michael B. Jordan to play Johnny Storm. No, actually, no. You could bring Michael B. Jordan. Make him the new Rhodey. Make him War Machine.
Oh yeah, so he can kill.
So we can get more War Machine wars. We can have
War Machine Wars.
We're always saying that we want younger actors so we can do more movies with them. So recast John Cheadle, kick him out of War Machine, and put Johnny be good.
Why would you?
Jordan.
No, see, I'm not going to do that because then you're just going to confuse the normies. They're going to be like, wait, this guy was Killmonger in this movie, but now he's War Machine in this movie?
Yeah. I mean, we've had other people.
I agree. Not that often, though. No, like, who have you had? You had Don Cheadle take over War Machine. You had Mark Ruffalo take over Hulk. And then to a much smaller degree, you had Zachary Levi come and take over
even he basically connected those movies too, the Incredible Hulk to the actual current Mark Ruffalo Hulk. The Abomination from the Incredible Hulk is in She-Hulk.
Yes, I'm aware.
I mean, it's like you can take the characters and repurpose them, and then I guarantee not every single person has gone back and watched all these movies.
Maybe.
But like I said, normies really don't care as long as the story's good. You know?
Even then, I don't think they care if the story's good. I think they just want to be entertained.
That's all we are. If you're paying $12 or more, that like some shows are actually it says I think my tickets here for the entrance are $12.50.
Oh wow, jeez.
Yeah. That's at the more popular theaters.
Uh huh.
But like I said, you know what I do? I just reboot the whole entire. We'll just call it White Panther,
Oh God.
and we'll have
God no.
Bucky as the new Panther.
No, that's White Wolf. Bucky is the White Wolf, not White Panther. Or you Tiger. White Tiger.
Aren't they? Well, they're doing that. The Nick Fury program. Or no, that's gonna be it's gonna be
Secret Invasion. Secret
Is that
Invasion.
a movie or TV?
That's a series, but that actually does.
So in that series, we're introduced to the White Nick Fury.
Don't tease me. They brought David Hasselhoff for Guardians too. What do you think the odds are they bring him in for
the Hasselhoff Shuffle? What was it called?
Play.
At the end?
Yeah. What do you think the odds are they bring him in for a Nick Fury cameo? I don't know.
And the scroll says, "What the hell?" Oh, it's like I guess it's like they had their own Flashpoint now. That's why Nick Fury's no longer white.
Freaking Flash.
The scrolls are so outdated. They're wearing their old costumes. Like, damn it!
Freaking Flashpoint. Yes, Viola Davis. Actually, she has two roles in the MCU. She's in Civil War, and then she plays Black Mariah in the Luke Cage series.
Did we ever get Nick Fury, Samuel Jackson, in the actual Shield costume with the blue and the white gloves and the white?
No,
because
it's always been with the black trench coat.
Yeah.
You
guys, Black Panther with a ginger. Stick it to them. But I don't think Zach's available though.
I'm not a ginger. People just stop saying I'm a ginger. This is brown.
That's for Mariah.
This is the same color as Vinkman's shirt.
She's colorblind.
This is not brown. It's not red.
You're Zach, you're racist because that's not Viola Davis.
I'm pretty sure it's Viola Davis.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it is. I could be wrong. But I remember that this one actress, she's both the mom in Civil War that's really angry at Tony because she had the son that died in Sokovia. And I remember reading that she was played by the same actress who plays Black Mariah in Luke Cage. If that's not Viola Davis, then somebody, but I think it's
Black
the same
Mariah.
actress.
Isn't Mariah Carey always been black?
No, not Mariah Carey. I know the difference. I'll go on IMDb later. If you dyed your hair red, you'd be the perfect Wally West. I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you.
Burnt umber. My shirt's black.
Burnt umber? It's brown, sir.
It's black.
That is Hershey chocolate brown.
You're just lying.
That's what the screen tells me. I'm trusting my eyes. Anyway.
That's a black shirt, and then I have the lighter right above me. So look at see it goes in shading, it changed colors.
Mariah Carey is half black, half white, and all anyone knows is that Christmas song that she sings. It brings death to retail workers everywhere.
Yes.
Zach is colorblind. I have been told this. I used to think my parents' house was pink for years until someone actually showed me it was peach. I thought my wife's car was lavender, and then she told me it was blue, and it actually is. So there's a good chance I am.
To be fair, there are a lot of the Dodges and Neons, or the Dodge Neons back in the day. They had the blue that looked like purple in the light, and then it went back to being looking up. So it.
Half black, half white, 100% wine. Oh, that's funny, Skip.
Yes.
Sorry.
That's okay.
You interrupt me all the time. Why am I apologizing?
It's your southern nature. You just apologize that people are superior than you.
I'm not Canadian. That's a Canadian thing.
I said southern. It's your southern nature. I didn't say what is Canadians now southern.
Southerners don't apologize for everything. Canadians do.
Actually, no. That's a lie. Canadians are assholes. They're drunk all the time. Wolverine is one of them.
He's the exception.
he's the real Canadian. Trying to think, if there's any other news that came out, Brooke.
Well, let me take a quick peek over at CBR. And I'll see what I can see here.
I just saw another one. Here was it Disney's Planet of the Apes?
Why is American Pie a thing again? I thought
I told you that. Disney's first Planet of the Apes cast Witcher star, and now wow, they're gonna have that.
Why is Disney doing Planet of the Apes?
Yeah.
Who's the Witcher star?
We'll star Owen Teague from It, Freya Allen from The Witcher, and Peter McCann from The Orville.
Okay.
I
don't know why Disney is doing Planet of the Apes. We just finished Planet of the Apes, didn't we? Didn't they just end it like a few years ago?
So is there I guess their title card? I'll show this.
Is that the? Oh yeah, I've seen this picture. It's like with Caesar riding a horse through a landscape or something.
Yes.
That's not a bad picture. I just don't know why Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Interesting.
Yes, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
So wait, is this a continuation then? Because it looks like the same.
Didn't they say reboot?
Is it a reboot?
I don't know, but I mean, like I watched the first one with John Lithgow and
James Franco.
After that, I checked out because
you know what that movie is? That movie was prophesying monkeypox. That is literally there is the disease that comes from monkeys that wipes out the world, that wipes out humanity. Anyway, sorry. They pulled a Simpsons. They predicted the future. The second one is actually really good. The second Planet of the Apes movie there has Gary Oldman in it. It's really, really good. And then I never did see the third one, but it has Woody Harrelson. I heard that one was really good as well. Matt Reeves directed it.
War of the Planet of the
Batman.
Apes, wasn't it? Woody Harrelson?
Yeah, War was the one with Woody Harrelson. I think Rise of the Planet of the Apes was the one with Gary Oldman.
I mean, I probably should watch it too because the whole concept, it's monkeys with guns riding a horse.
Yeah.
Like look at this King of the Planet of the Apes. He's got the horse, and then he's got his falcon. It's going to come rest on his hand.
That's actually pretty cool.
What is this, Beastmaster?
Yes. If it's Andy Serkis did really good too with Caesar.
No, but I'm not gonna die on this hill. Charlton Heston's Planet of the Apes is better. I mean, this is much more high budget.
I mean, definitely better than the Tim Burton one. The Tim Burton one was booty. It was terrible.
Damon?
Yeah, Matt Damon was
No, it's Mark Wahlberg. You swine.
Was it Wahlberg?
Wahlberg and Little Caesar, yeah.
The one with Paul Giamatti. Because Paul Giamatti was one of the apes.
The first one they before they did all the very first before Franco.
Pretty sure it was Matt Damon.
Matt Damon was in The Martian.
I know he was in The Martian, but he could have been in this
Wahlberg was.
It was Mark Wahlberg. It was Mark Wahlberg.
Yes.
I stand corrected. All right. I was wrong. Michael Clark Duncan, Helena Bonham Carter, and Tim Roth were in there too. And Paul Giamatti.
I saw the first movie with James Franco. Comparing that and then to the original ones, I'll go back.
The first one was really good.
I'll watch the next two, but like I said, I have no faith in it. I have no faith in Hollywood redoing movies that were done great back in the day.
This is Matt Reeves though.
True.
He's the guy that did the Batman. He did not direct. So Matt Reeves did not direct the first one with James Franco and John Lithgow.
That being said, because it's Matt Reeves and I love the Batman, now I'm actually have a reason to go back and watch these.
There you go.
Because the first one I didn't care for the whole Franco and John Lithgow. I just felt it
was really slow at first, but by the time you get to the end, like that last 30-40 minutes, it really ramps up.
It just gave me appreciation for the people live in Northern California. Like, you're screwed because this is where it happens first. So Skip, be prepared.
When they show that orangutan picking up the sinkhole cover and he's just hurling it around
on the bridge,
that was pardon the pun, but that was bananas. Okay, or the first time Caesar yells, and he actually says a word. I got chills. In the theater.
And you call me out because but I'm talking about this first movie, James Franco.
Yeah,
comparing that to the original one, and then because it was a letdown, as you said it before. You agree with me? It's a letdown.
Kinda.
I didn't feel inspired to watch the next two because it just got the point where it's like, Woody Harrelson's out in a movie with monkeys. It's like, okay,
Woody Harrelson.
I know it's. I guess. I mean, it makes sense. He's
Woody Harrelson was awesome.
Steve Zahn is in it too, but he's a monkey.
Oh, is he?
Steve Zahn, which is crazy because I think Steve Zahn is like a comedy actor from like Daddy Daycare or Sahara, but he
Okay.
actually he does another. I think he does the CGI. He does the acting for another ape. It's really good.
Best movie Steve Zahn is Steven Silverman.
I didn't see Saving
He's the
Silverman.
Pet Exterminator.
I liked him in Sahara. I loved his character in Sahara.
Oh, Sahara.
And if you ever watch Daddy Daycare, I am Steve Zahn's character in Daddy Daycare.
Now, did they ever make a Dawn or Planet of the Apes video game based off these new ones?
I don't think so.
Can you imagine this if you're playing as a human or it's humans versus apes? Basically worth of that. Imagine that you are one of the humans on a massive online MMP or I guess what do they call it, multiplayer, and you could choose side. You could be the humans or you could be the apes.
That does sound like a cool video game.
And take into this King of the Planet of the Apes, having the old city like you can like play in fighting in the cities, kind of like how in Last of Us 2. I love the scenery on that game, even though it was a shit game. Scenery.
Last of Us 2, yeah, Last of Us 2 was.
But you're going through buildings, destroyed building in Seattle. So basically, but oh, thanks for the spoiler, Awesome P. Jinx. Now I can't even watch it. Wow.
Oh,
Come on, spoiler. No spoiling.
No, I'm sure. Look, if they don't bring him back, I'm sure it'll just be like his son or something. Maranya says there would never be a Planet of the Apes video game. It would be called Racist. Maybe.
I'd play the game that's called Racist. It'd be kind of cool.
God.
Who cares?
My gosh. Oh, goodness gracious.
I'm just wondering how much they're paying Zach to be the voice actor in that.
What, in the Planet of the Apes video game?
No, the Racist video game.
Oh.
No. But all kidding aside,
what side? Where? Oh.
On your left.
My left?
Yeah. Well, like I said, I as far as Planet of the Apes, I guess you gotta suspend your imagination, your logic, and to watch some of these movies because
you're just figuring that out.
Well, no,
a movie franchise where monkeys take over the world. You have to suspend your belief,
bro.
Duh.
Bro, it's already taken. It already is a real story.
Not yet.
It's ongoing.
Maybe we're at the beginning, but it hasn't happened yet.
Oh, all right. So we have any cool comments?
I did not hear Terminal List got a season 2. I kind of suspected that it would. I'm glad it did. There was actually a really cool tweet Chris Pratt sent out. I think it was earlier this week. He's like, choose your fighter. And it's pictures of every character Chris Pratt has ever played. So it's like Star-Lord, his Jurassic Park role, Parks and Rec.
So my question is, if they do another Terminal List with Chris Pratt, how are they going to do it? Because he pretty much did everything. He killed off the whole entire cast.
That's a good question. Well, it's based off a series of books, isn't it? Isn't Terminal List based off a series of books?
I don't know. But the only show from Amazon I'm looking forward more to is Bosch Legacy Season 2.
Bosch? I'm kind of looking forward to the next season of Vox Machina. Or Invincible. Invincible's Amazon.
Invincible. The thing is, I haven't heard anything, not a peep as far as when the Season 2 is coming out. Yeah. There's no advertising for these things. I see more advertising for Miss Maisel than I see of anything else.
Miss Maisel is actually a pretty fun show.
It may be, but I'm saying it's like Amazon push the shows that are actually good. As far as advertisements, just like people sit on them. I mean, Terminal List. Well, the reason I found it because people were reacting to it. People were saying, "Oh, it's horrible. It's such a bad show."
Which is funny.
Toxic masculinity.
It does the opposite of what they want. It just brings more eyes to the show. Ash says that Terminal List is the first of 6 books. So if there's 5 more books they have to go on, then there's your season.
That's true. I mean,
2 through 6 right there.
That season was based off the first book. I imagine.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, there's so many shows I want to continue. I'd love to see more of Bosch Legacy Season 2. I know it's coming out next year, but we're also supposed to be getting another season of Reacher.
Yeah.
Which
Reacher was
awesome. And then Terminal List. I mean, if they get to their season, that's 3 shows I'm watching on Amazon.
There you go. Yeah.
But as far as comic book shows, or any shows are coming up soon. Superman and Lois, I think, starts in January.
Superman and Lois is going to be coming up.
They revealed he's got a brand new costume. It's much brighter, more.
He's also got a brand new son. Because Jonathan Kent's not around no
Do they
more.
have? I'm gonna see if I can find a picture of that. I think
Jonathan Kent. Yeah, he went bye. They're going to be recasting him. Let's see. While you're doing that, let me catch a few more of these comments here. Glenzer says that The Lord of the Rings and King Kong are good movie video games, and all are movies directed by Peter Jackson. That is true, and they all are good video games. The King Kong one terrified me because of the giant bugs. Let's see. Ash said Terminal List. Austin P says I didn't have to suspend my disbelief for that trilogy. It made sense, more sense than Jurassic World 3 dinosaurs taking over. I actually did like Jurassic World 3. Not as much as the first one, but it was pretty good. I heard it made over $1 billion, which kind of surprised me. Ash says the second book in the Terminal List series is called True Believer. Interesting. Austin P's talking about Jurassic World here, saying the logical chain of events, unlike Jurassic World 3, where dinosaurs take over the world, even though the human race is completely fine and has guns. Dinos aren't bulletproof.
All right, so I got the photo here. I found it. Oh gosh, show it on the screen here. So hide our faces. This is the actor on the right who's be taking over the guy on the left, and I gotta say they actually chose a character to look almost exactly like the
kinda. His face is a little bit shorter.
A little different. It's a side profile picture.
His nose looks a bit wider too.
But I gotta say though, I mean, I just write this. I don't think it'll be much of a hiccup. It's not as Jurassic when they replaced Michael Landon.
His hair is also shorter.
But I mean,
it's not bad. It's not bad. No.
Once they change, I mean, they're gonna obviously once a makeup and and hairstyle and gets to know as far as the show.
Yeah.
They're gonna make him as close as they can to look like Jonathan Kent.
Yeah.
Or sorry, not Jonathan, Jordan Kent.
Because is this Jordan? Jonathan's the younger one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I thought the older one was Jonathan for some reason.
Yeah.
Ash, they recast this guy. They haven't given a reason why.
Yeah, wait, that is Jonathan. My bad. I'm getting confused.
That is Jonathan? Okay.
Yeah, this is his name's Jordan in real life, obviously.
Oh, okay.
So Jonathan is the one he stepped down due to the anxieties and stuff like that. He was having a nervous breakdown and stuff. He just couldn't do the role anymore. Too much. Probably it's his first big show. The show is very popular too. So I imagine that really kind of got to him,
Look, honestly, probably might be good for him because I remember when Supergirl was a show, and there were doggone it, Skip. No, I remember when Supergirl was a show, and you might remember this, Vinkman. I remember this because I was on Tumblr at the time. There were the crazy shippers, like Supergirl and Lena Luthor, but then in the show, Lena Luthor was with Jimmy Olsen. So there were fans of the show that were really, really harassing almost certain actors of the show to where the actors were getting freaked out. So maybe it's a good thing that this guy walks away from the show. So,
all right, so
his name does. It also has Elsa in it.
Yeah, like I said, so when I saw that, I was just like, okay, I'm kind of curious though, what's gonna go on with this? I mean, as far as the show, obviously it's a new season.
Yeah,
I was really concerned they're gonna recast him with someone who looks totally different. We've seen this before with other shows.
Right.
Like I said, I gave you an example before. Here's another example is with the Tim Allen show they did on
Last Man Standing.
Last Man Standing. They the older daughter they recast.
They recast 2 of the daughters.
Yes, the original older daughter was recast with a tall blonde.
Did not make sense. I like the other.
And where all they had 2 brunettes.
I like the original older daughter better.
Yes.
Too.
The one Mary, I think it was. I can't remember, or I can't remember it was in the show, but yeah.
Remember when her ex-husband was a Jonas brother, and then they recast him with the taller guy? I was like, wait a second, that's not the same dude.
Oh no.
Actually, I am looking forward to the Santa Claus show that's coming out. The trailer for that one looks really good.
Bernard's coming back.
Bernard! Freaking Bernard, man!
He's gonna look really old because the last time I saw him was
Santa Claus 2.
No,
Was he in something else?
I'm pretty sure he was in the other movie with Superbad, wasn't he? When Jonah Hill had to sing. No, not Jonah Hill. It was Michael Cera had to sing that song. These eyes are crying. You know. Look it up. Pretty there because he was one of the guys. Older,
he was in I know he was in Numbers. He was in Serenity too, actually.
Or maybe I'm thinking of another guy because another actor looks just like him. The one that was in Ex Machina looks just like him.
Ex Machina.
Sorry. He's ready for plays.
He does kind of look like Nick from New Girl a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Ronnie says, I'm wondering if the wackadoodles out there will be trying to pressure the Superman and Lois owners to have John Kent follow the current comic book canon. Actually, I haven't heard anything about that. All that crap was in the Supergirl show because they wanted a lot. They wanted
Lena and Supergirl to be lesbians.
And of course, whenever the guy who played Toyman Jr. said no in a sing-song thing because they're all singing along.
They got mad at him. Isn't that's right before because he ended up leaving the show.
Yeah, came back for the final season. They brought him back.
Right.
So I mean, coincidence that he wasn't on the show for the next couple of seasons?
I think not.
I mean, he lucked out. The show got horrible.
The show was horrible after season 1. Let's be real. The only good part of the show for a while was Brainiac 5. He was all right. Not enough to keep me watching the show, though. I don't see him in anything that I've seen. He was in Hail Caesar, Sausage Party, This Is the End.
Sausage Party.
Mr. Popper's Penguins. I Love You, Man.
So maybe I'm thinking of the other actor.
He wasn't super bad. He wasn't super bad.
So he was in there. He was one of the. He was the stoned guy at the party. The stoners are playing video games.
Maybe.
And Michael Cera went in there to go to basically steal stuff. He got alcohol. They stopped him. Like, you're that guy. He's like, what? Yeah, you're that kid's younger brother with the Beatle angelic voice.
I just got Skip's comment because we're talking about Bernard from the Santa Claus.
Yeah.
He's thinking of Bernard, Tim's boyfriend.
Really?
Good.
Wow.
I just got that.
Yes.
Oh,
but yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff we're going to be reviewing on this channel. At least the puppets are going to be doing some more TV show reviews. I would love to do reviews of the Rookie. I know you and Pixel and I were talking about reviewing some of the Justice League animated series.
Yeah, let's do
Anybody
it.
else who wants to jump on for that, so let us know.
Justice League is awesome.
We'll probably go season by season. There's only 4 seasons, but then again, we might just go by episodes additional as far as ones we learn.
In the first 2 seasons, especially, a lot of them are like 2 and 3 part stories.
True.
So you could just take on a whole story pretty much.
True. A retrospective on the animated series.
I definitely want to do the one where they go back to World War II.
I mean, the
old Blackhawks
the
and
cartoon,
Vandals have.
No, the Cartoon Network show.
Yeah, the old show.
Not Super Friends.
Yeah, no, not Super Friends. The one from like the early 2000s, the Dwayne McDuffie McDuffie show.
Yeah, from 2000, 2001.
Dynamite show.
Yes, fantastic show. So I mean, if you want to talk about the Rookie, we can do some Rookie reviews. But I know the puppets are going to be reviewing some more Flash either next year. But also they're going to do the Winchester show that's supposed to come out. They're going to be talking about that.
Are y'all still talking about Stargirl? Are the puppets talking about Stargirl?
Yeah, there was none this week. Check out the review from last week.
Mm-hmm.
Walking Dead is coming back too as well, October 2nd.
I'm not strong enough anymore.
The final.
Shut up, Ash! Shut up! Don't tell Zach Dwayne McDuffie is black. You also spelled McDuffie wrong. And Dwayne! He spells it with a W.
Well, because the only Dwayne we know is The Rock.
Oh God! No, he spells it with a W too.
No, I didn't say Preacher. I didn't say anything about Preacher. Earlier, we were talking about Reacher. I said The Walking Dead is coming back.
No. Way back, we were talking about Reacher getting season 2.
Yeah.
MK, you might be behind.
Hey there, little Rhaegar. How's it going?
Little Rhaegar. God, that hurt my throat.
Little Rager, yeah, nice to see you over here again.
He knows how to spell his name, but darn you, Ash. Darn you to heck.
I actually know The Walking Dead is spinning off, and Negan and what's her name are getting a show? Negan and
Is it
Lauren
Negan and Carol?
No, Negan
Oh,
and
Maggie.
Maggie
Oh,
getting their own
interesting.
show. Daryl's getting his own show as well.
Isn't Daryl? Is it Daryl? No, because Carol walked away, huh?
Yeah.
I think the actress that plays Carol
Actress said
walked
she's
away.
done. She's gonna take a break.
She's been carrying that show for so long. She needs a break.
She's been the antagonist on the character, even though she's on their
Oh,
side.
has she? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What about Ezekiel? Is he still around or is he dead?
He's alive.
Okay. Ezekiel. What's the guy's name? Who's like his bodyguard?
Oh, the guy who had the
axe. Is it
axe?
Jack or Jake or?
I can't remember what his name is, but he's still alive too. He even has
Good.
kids.
He was cool. I'll look him up.
Eugene's still around. It's cool.
Eugene, I liked Eugene until he turned
Trying
traitor.
to think what else is still around.
Bastard.
Of the original crew. I'm trying to
Is
think.
Father Gabriel still around?
No. Yes, Gabriel's still around.
What about
Michonne left the show.
Michonne? I knew about
Michonne. She saw signs of life for Rick because somebody had his boots, so she went to go look for him.
Okay. What about what's her name? Abraham's girlfriend.
Rosita is still alive.
Rosita, is she still around? Rosita?
Yes. The final season. If you actually read the actual comic books,
yeah,
it is they're doing the comic books. The last
like ending. Are they actually? They're not like changing things.
They changed a little bit, but because we don't have certain characters. They don't have Carl. Rick's not around.
Right.
So Michonne's not around either. Michonne is a big character in the end of the book. So Rosita, who's still alive, was supposed to be dead already. Mm-hmm. She's supposed to die back when they're in the Whisper War.
Right.
So she's alive still, and we'll have a new character also because
Jerry. That's the guy's name.
Jerry. Yeah. The other character was that's in there is Daryl, who's not really part of the comic books whatsoever. They introduced they got the mayor, her son. I'm not going to spoil what happens in the book because you guys need to read the books. Oh my gosh, Kirkman is great in this book. I still think it's Kirkman's best writing. I mean, I love Invincible, but I love Walking Dead.
Better than Firepower?
Apples to oranges.
Dude, he better have one heck of a next story in mind to be going on hiatus after.
Well, we also don't know how. Thing is, we also don't know how Firepower is going to end. Firepower could end up in a bad, or it gets. I mean, how long is it going to going? That's my thing.
You better not end it, Robert Kirkman. If you end the one indie title that I'm loving right now, I will find you.
I'm all caught up on Firepower.
I am too.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for the next issue.
I'm just buying the trades. I'm not buying the individual floppies.
Get the floppies, man. Why not? Skip is right. See, Skip's big braining. We're all black when the lights are off.
Some of us glow in the dark. Thank you very much.
Not me. The Walking Dead comic did end, Austin P. They are reprinting them in color, but the story is done with.
Yeah, the Walking Dead comic, it ended in 139. I think it was the last issue.
Really obscure number. Yeah, really obscure number to end on.
Didn't tell me, buddy. It just is. It didn't tell the shops. So people who didn't order enough were basically pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they are reprinting it right now and in color, The Walking Dead Deluxe, with a little with actual creator notes by Kirkman. His plot points, his storyboards, basically for plotting on each issue and everything. I still want to see the famous napkin if they ever show it. Apparently, because he wrote the ending of how the book's going to end. Mm-hmm. The original on a napkin on a plane.
Oh, okay.
It'd be cool to see.
Cool.
But no, it's like I said. I read this book. Was it last year, October? I think it's been a year, or maybe 2 years. But no, I read it and I loved it. And seeing it in color, it is a different story. I mean, it's still the same story, but the visuals.
Yeah.
Black and white. The problem with black and white is you run into the problem where if you make a character hiding in the dark, you can't really see him as a zombie, but they blend in.
That's true.
So there's a scene from the show where Glenn and Rick went to go to get ammo out of that. They're in Atlanta. They snuck in there to get ammo out of the store, guns, and they walk past the zombie. It's on the fence. You don't see it at first because it's black and white. It blends right in with the fence, and the color it pops. You're like, oh man, it's right there. So in that sense, it is cool. No. There is no new Walking Dead comics, and the fact that it's basically reprinting in color. That's the only thing they haven't changed the story at all. But me and Ash were going to talk about this a while back, and I had this cool idea. What if where it's supposed to end and he continues it? Can you imagine that if he changed the end?
Yeah. I mean, you know what I really want? I just want Walking Dead 2000, like where they're in space.
True. That was
sci-fi one. That was a blast.
The fact
I would love an ongoing.
That spawned off out of one of the back issues, early issues.
Yeah,
it was a little side story he was doodling with, and then he just took it back story. He's like, you know what? I'm going to finish this. Yes. Well, they're not. Well, I guess you could say they're new in the sense they're in color, but it's the same. It's the same original story. But it is new to you if you've never read it. Either one.
That's true.
And they're on issue. I think what was the last one I got?
40 something?
43, 44?
Yeah.
We're almost getting to the point where issue 50, where the first major blow happens as far as something close to Rick, that happens, and it's just like, wow. Well, yes, I know you're not talking about Walking Dead Deluxe. You're talking about the whole 2000, because that's the only Walking Dead books that came out that were new. But they were alternate universe. They weren't had nothing to do with the story. Walking Dead. Does anyone think that comic is good? I think it's great. Skip, you should read it. It's not a cape book, and it has character development.
There you go. It's not capes.
And Kirkman does this. He makes you fall in love with the characters, no matter if they're a villain or that. He just
right before he kills them.
Well, that's the thing. Not everyone died.
That's true. That's true.
He's not Rick Remender.
Only your favorites.
Glenn.
Oh, Abraham.
The Caroline book, that's from like a couple of months ago. That was a one shot.
The Caroline? No, I thought it was a miniseries.
As far as I know, there's not an ongoing.
I didn't like the art. The art was really off for the. I wanted to like it, but the art seemed really.
There was one in the Skybound books, the Skybound X.
Yeah, that was like a preview, I think, for an ongoing. For the
is it come out yet, or I guess they're coming out more of that? Oh, then that was it was a Caroline. It's Clementine. That's what it was, not Caroline. No, like I said, I would read The Walking Dead if you've never read it before, because you actually, for those who are like, well, I watched the show and I was just disgusted. The show is a lot different than the books. Characters are swapped out. Maggie and what's her name?
Clementine was a graphic novel. That's what it was. Skip says he almost bought it yesterday. It was a graphic novel.
Oh, Coraline? Oh,
Clementine.
All right, I'm getting confused because we're talking about the Caroline book.
Who's Caroline?
Well, I don't know. Ash apparently says it's a Caroline book.
He's talking about Clementine.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So the books make me more disgusted or less than the TV show. Well, what are you disgusted by?
Are you disgusted by like the guts? I mean,
a guy gets his eyes.
There's some pretty bad stuff in the show.
I mean, a guy gets his eye scooped out with a spoon.
I mean, Abraham, poor man, rest in peace, Abraham.
I mean, people getting their necks ripped apart.
Glenn.
Yeah.
We don't talk about Glenn.
Yeah, Clementine is from the game.
Clementine. She was the girl from the games. Yeah. Really good games, by the way. Should definitely play them.
But like I said, I like the comic books, and I do. The show is, I treat it like Smallville. Watch the first couple seasons and skip to the end. You can start with the Negan War and go work your way up. Before that, though, I mean, I don't know. I stopped it. The only reason I stopped the show because I hated that the show they killed off the wife, and I thought that was like, what was the whole point of this? To get you so attached to her, and you have the kid, and then she dies. I was like, okay, I guess she's just there to cheat on him, and then make Rick happy again, and have her die again. I was just like, that's so heart wrenching. I was like,
Wow.
really? And then like Shane was gone. You know, Shane was killed off. I was like, who is Lori left? I mean, I've never been a Glenn fan. I'm sorry. Glenn was a pizza boy in the show that stole the charger.
Glenn was the everyman. Okay, Rick wasn't. I mean, I guess you could say they're all everymen, but like Glenn is like the normal. Like he was the pizza delivery. Like he wasn't a cop. He didn't have gun experience or weapons training. He was just the pizza delivery kid who fell in love with the farmer. He was the guy who found romance in the zombie apocalypse. You're gonna make me go buy a soapbox. Good Lord, Venkman. Good Lord. Anyway.
I'm sorry you backed the guy who gets killed.
I was hoping that the show would do it different. Because they did it different in so many other ways, but no.
Have you read that?
I read up to a certain point. Yeah. I have one of the compendiums somewhere. It's like the first compendium. I think it goes up to where the governor and the prison comes in.
With the tank.
Yeah, with the tank.
Issue 42 or 40, I think 41, right around there.
Something like that.
Justice for T-Dog on the show.
Justice for effing T-Dog, man. That was wrong. T-Dog never had more than like 5 lines of dialogue that meant anything, and they just
I've never liked Caroline since the prison thing, what she did in the show.
Carol.
I'll call her Caroline.
How do you not like Carol? Carol had like one of the most radical character. She starts off as like this. Okay, go first. You go first.
In the show, Carol was all against because at the prison they don't like how what's his name was leading them. You know, he wasn't catering to them far as Rick. Rick was doing everything he could to keep them alive.
Okay.
And then she goes and makes her own decision yet she's not. She says I should be held accountable for what I did. I did a decision, whether you like it or not. She was a hypocrite. And then she does the same thing again later that causes someone else to basically get killed.
Okay, are you done? Because I'm about to.
And Carol is just overly annoying.
No, that was Andrea. Andrea was annoying. Andrea, I want to die. No, I want to F the governor.
Well, yeah.
I want y'all to get along. Andrea was annoying.
The show effed up Andrea because Andrea in the comic books is basically what Maggie is in the show today.
No, she's what Michonne was because she had the relationship with Rick.
No, Michonne didn't have a relationship with Rick.
In the show, she does. In the comics, she didn't. In the comics, it was Andrea.
Yes, I said Andrea was the badass.
Yeah.
Maggie in the show right now, in the past couple seasons, has basically been what Andrea was, the sharpshooter. Yes.
Rhaegar, T-Dog was black, not Asian. Asian was Glenn. All right, are you done? Okay, here's the thing about Carol. Sit down.
I'm sitting.
Carol.
I refuse to sit for this.
Carol starts the show off. What is she? She's this timid wife that's married to an abusive husband who's a dick.
Yeah.
She can't make her own choices. She's not she's weak. She's timid. She can't do anything. She can't protect her own daughter. Spoilers, by the way. If nobody's seen the show, you've had 12 years. You have no excuse. She grows and evolves as the show moves on. She becomes a badass who can not only take care of herself, she can take care of other people. She can protect other people. She she can do things that would be impossible, I think, for a normal person in her situation. This woman lost her daughter, her 10-year-old daughter, became a zombie. And what happens a few seasons later, probably a few years later, but whatever, she's got to go and she's got to kill another girl because the girl's a psychopath. Carol evolves as a character. She does such a 180. Yeah, exactly. Stare at the flowers. Exactly. I mean, yeah, Carol, I think she's one of the best characters in the whole dang show. So what is Austin P asking me about the Pizza Man in The Incredibles 2? What Pizza Man? I don't remember the Pizza Man.
I don't know, but is Wonky Dead my favorite comic book run? No, actually, my favorite comic book run, if anything, it was I do love Frank Miller Daredevil.
Oh wow, that's not what I thought you were gonna say. Okay.
No, I do like Spider-Man though, as one of favorite character. I've gone to that.
I thought you were gonna say Postcards to Superman.
Well, currently
you always talk about Postcards to Superman.
That's true. But currently post crisis is the one I'm reading, so I'm gonna talk about it more because I'm just thrilled by it.
Right.
But yeah,
I think. Oh, my favorite. Oh gosh, I mean, I probably gotta say Jeff Johns' JSA run is my favorite run of comics. Firepower is also up there.
so you'll like the fact that they actually took Carol and actually made her more I guess she stuck around because actually she dies in the comic books. She's
Carol does, yeah. Well, Carol in the comics is crazy. She wants to have a thriesome with Rick and Lori. That was creepy as.
And she was sleeping with Tyrone until Michonne was the other woman.
Tyrese.
Or, sorry, Tyrese.
God, I'm the racist though. I could say that I can remember the names, but no. Anyway,
I'm glad to know. Glad you know that the characters that you don't like.
Tyrese was awesome, by the way. Tyrese is another character they did dirty. Tyrese was cool in the show until they were like, I don't want to live anymore.
Mark Waid Flash. Mike Barron's Flash better, the best run for Flash, I'd say. Following it up with Mark Waid he took the character from was it William Lesnar Loeb or whatever it is?
I think so. Yeah. Mesner Loeb.
Or Mesner Loeb, and he basically did something that we haven't seen with the Flash at all. He basically gave Wally got married. Wally had kids.
Yeah.
We got that led into the whole Superman Prime thing story going on at that time.
Yeah.
But I would say this though, better than Mark Waid the run right now. I do love Wally Single, but I'm loving Jeremy Adams run. And I think that is because, and I gotta give credit because Jeremy Adams had been recently in the past this year showed a picture. He's in talks with Mark Waid, so maybe they're collaborating as far as and stuff. But in that sense, I'm so protective of Wally. Yeah, screw Barry. He should have stayed dead.
Wally is cool. I do like Barry's all right, but Wally
I'm glad. Hey, I support gingers. Okay, damn it. I'm glad that Wally is actually being appreciated again by DC. That's he's still freaking killed in Young Justice. They haven't run him back. And then they did the whole thing with Tom King screwing him over, trying to turn him into a murderer. Took Josh Williamson to basically retcon all that bullshit.
Thank you, Josh Williamson.
I'm just sorry. I support gingers. Howard shaking over Frank Miller. Frank the Stank Miller. Or are you talking about Mark Miller?
Frank the Stank. No, that's Millar. That's with an A. I think he means Frank Miller.
Yeah. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he typoed. Who knows? But no. I do love as far as the Flash runs. I do love the Josh Williams as well. But Jeff Johns, I haven't read it.
JSA? Boy, you got to read his JSA.
The Flash run?
Oh no. I thought you were talking about. I thought, never mind. Never mind. No, I mean anything Jeff Johns has written. His Flash, his Green Lantern, his Teen Titans was awesome. I love his Teen Titans run. So,
I mean, but I don't want to pick on Ash all night. This gets.
Why not?
You're like, don't talk about me. Talk about Ash. No, I mean he's not the only stink. There's Tony Stink, the MCU.
Tony Stank.
Wow.
Welcome to the dark side, Vinkman.
Austin P. I was never a fan of Barry's. I like Max Mercury. I mean, I like Jesse Quick. I like Jay Garrick.
Jay Garrick.
Wally West. I'm just not a fan of Barry. Now, I will say this though. The comic book Barry, I'm not a fan of, but I do like Barry when he was written when he was in the 90s TV series with John Wesley Shipp.
Oh, okay, that one.
I thought that I was like, wow, that actually turned me on to very as far as the idea that Barry can be an actual cool character.
Yeah,
but I mean, even then, the Barry and the DC animated movies, that's even better than what they did in the comic books. That being said, I have not read the Jeff Johns version of Barry, but dude, as far as Bartholomew.
Who? You mean impulse, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Making
Yeah.
sure.
Isn't that what it's short for? Bart?
Yes,
Bart-
yes.
No,
Also
no.
Bartholomew.
Yes.
He's all right. I like him better as impulse
Also,
or as
he's just
Kid
trying to
Flash.
troll now, but no. But I said I like every incarnation of Barry other than the version that was in the comic books. Apart from, I'll get this, Joshua Williamson actually made but Barry actually more interesting than he's been.
Yeah.
Because you run like Wally.
Wow. Skip has read Blackest Night. Why ain't you read Blackest Night, Venkman?
Because I was reading Marvel at the time. I was reading Siege.
Okay, but Blackest Night was better than Siege.
I got Zach here to talk about Blackest Night.
Ash, I can go get the hardcover. I have it. I've got two of them. I've got the main Blackest Night story, and then I've got the Green Lantern.
Go leave. I can't find it right now, but I have it.
I can go get it, but I'm not gonna leave my camera looking empty. But
how can I say Ezra Miller Barry? I mean, in the Justice League series, he wasn't bad in that.
Zach bought books for the street cred.
Current though, I'll just say current Ezra Miller. I don't like Ezra Miller, but in the Flash thing, he wasn't bad in the Zack Snyder stuff. The Justice League cut, he wasn't bad in that.
No,
he is a little young though.
He's still not Barry.
No,
I'm sorry, he's still not Barry.
He is a little bit. He's way too young of an actor to be playing that role because look at how old freaking Batfleck was.
Yeah, but I mean, it's also supposed to be at the start of his he hasn't become a forensic scientist yet.
That's true. That. It was a watered down character. It's a Zack Snyder.
Yeah. Personally, what?
I prefer Grant Gustin's actually.
Grant Gustin is good. I like him.
They actually let him be the Flash without his wife telling him what to do.
Well, I stopped watching after season 4, so I don't know what they've done with them since. But yeah, if it were up to me, I would have Ezra Miller be gone after this Flash movie, and I would bring in I would bring in Wally. I think the time is right for them to do that because Wally's the main Flash in the comics, and if you want to have some sort of synergy, I don't think you need to have Barry in the movie if he's not prominent in the comics.
I gotta agree with MK here. Yeah, I think that Ezra came off more as Wally.
Maybe.
And that's I probably kind of liked him a little more. But I mean, as far as being Barry Allen, no, he's like I said, his age difference between him and Ben Affleck is way too big of a gap.
Yeah, but I like the older I like what they've done with the Snyderverse, where Batman is like the senior superhero. He is the Nick Fury basically. He's the older guy that's been around, and he's bringing all these other younger superheroes to. I kind of like that take.
I mean. Jay also likes hard water, so I mean, I gotta give respect for that.
Leave Jay alone, okay? Jay is a doggone national treasure.
Yes.
Smallville Bart Allen was actually really cool. I remember.
Anyone is better. Even Ezra Miller's Barry Allen is better than Bart Allen on the Flash. CW.
Yeah.
Wow.
Smallville's Bart Allen was really cool. I remember. He was only in a handful of episodes. So.
I'm so glad that that character is pretty much gonna be gone soon. But they took Bart on the CW and turned him into Barry and Iris's son, future son.
That was weird.
He's just no. But I don't know. We sit here and talk for hours just picking apart at the CW Flash, but Batfleck sucked. The best part of his portrayal is fighting and killing so many bad guys.
He's half right. He's
Batman
versus.
I would say Batman versus Superman. As much as I shit on that movie, the best fight scene ever in any Batman movie is that fight scene, and it's better. And that is better than the Batman in that sense. That fight scene alone.
Yep. The Batman had some cool scenes, but no, that Batfleck scene where he's in the warehouse, that was like somebody did a fan film of Arkham Knight video game gameplay, basically. Like the Predator rooms.
Also, Christian Bale's Batman killed people too.
That's true.
He let Ra's die.
That's true.
Yeah.
Didn't Jack Nicholson's Joker die in '89?
Well, yeah, that was another thing. Tim Burton had a fetish for killing off villains in his movies.
Well, the MCU has the fetish for killing off villains.
The first villain to survive was Heath Ledger's Joker.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So
It's like-
if Batfleck is a murderer, then technically Christian Bale's Batman is a murderer, and Michael Keaton's Batman is a murderer. So Batfleck would not even be the first Batman to kill somebody.
And that's the thing, though. Like, Batman said it. Like he said it best. And Christian Bale's like, I'm a hero. I'm not a murderer. I'm not going to kill you, but it doesn't mean that I save you.
Exactly. Well, it still makes him a murderer. It just makes him a more complicated one.
Yeah.
But it's also because I mean part of it is this is a Batman that's been doing Batman work for like 10, 20 years, decades. He's worn down. Like any human being would get worn down after that long amount of time. So I
still think that Christian Bale's trilogy failed by letting Rachel Cole die. I mean, it would have been cool if they would have actually had like he came back in the third one.
I think so. That would have been cool, but I know with Chris Nolan, he didn't want to do the whole super. He doesn't do like a whole lot of supernaturally or even even a lot of real superpowers. Really, a lot of his stuff is more mind play stuff.
The Batman fight scenes were better than the Martha fight.
That is true.
Why do you say that name?
It's his mother's name. I don't care. Amy Adams is still a dime. I'll watch anything with Amy. I don't care how bad the dialogue is. Go away. She's a ginger. I thought you liked gingers.
Is she I think she's a fake ginger. I don't think she's really a ginger.
I'm pretty sure she's a ginger. I'm pretty sure she's a real ginger. I haven't seen her with anything but red hair.
Doesn't mean that she's a real ginger. She was dyeing her hair to be part of the gingers. Maybe
Twin! My twin knows, though. He knows. Amy, I have watched movies that almost put me to sleep, but Amy Adams is in them, so I watch them anyway. Interstellar isn't supernatural. Interstellar is sci-fi make your brain hurt. That's not supernatural. That's sci-fi.
Yes.
Supernatural is like, I don't know what would Supernatural be? Something like
Supernatural is a great show.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe.
I don't know. Amy Adams.
Little Rhaegar, you can go to bed now. You can go on and get Little Rhaegar. We don't need that type of bigotry around here.
Yeah. True. I don't know.
RDP got bad ginger radar. Batman also killed in Batman Returns. Who did he kill in Batman Returns? Penguin?
Yeah, the Penguin at the end died. I know that.
Yeah, he does die in the end, but Catwoman, I think she lives.
Yeah, well, yeah, at the end she survives. That's what leads into the whole Batman '89 comic book series.
Yeah.
Nolan doesn't do supernatural.
That is fact. He does a lot of brain bending and sci-fi.
Got that autocorrect going there, Ash. What's wrong, do?
Batman is Punisher, just a half measure. Kinda.
Science doesn't work like that in space. I don't know. Have you ever been in space, bro? How do you know what science looks like in space?
That's true. In space, no one can hear you science.
It's space science for a reason, because they do it in space. Batman is Punisher, just a half measure. And black boots. You know, though?
What?
Does that make him a bad thing? I love Punisher, but I mean, Batman basically has a moral code. Punisher does to a certain extent, but then
he only goes after bad guys, so he does kind of have a moral code. He's just more about killing the bad guys than Batman. Batman puts more trust in the system, I think.
Yeah.
Also, Batman does a lot of charitable stuff.
Yes, Batman does put his faith in the system. He put his faith in Harvey Dent, the DA, even the Commissioner of Cops, the GCPD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He also, like in the animated series, I know they showed that he would always like hire people and he would like give a lot of charitable donations.
Yeah, he does.
He was a humanitarian. He was a big humanitarian in the animated series. Arrival. That's the name of the Amy Adams movie that put me to sleep almost. That movie. I mean, and Jeremy Renner was in that movie too, so I should have been awake through the whole thing. But man, that movie just about.
So obviously, you don't like Amy Adams as much as your twin does.
I do like Amy. That's why I watched Arrival and stayed awake through it. But it was.
You just said it put you to sleep.
I know, but I still watched it anyway, because I mean, if I'm going to fall asleep, I want to fall asleep watching something with Amy Adams in it, or Jeremy Renner.
You guys keep saying Arrival. I do
like intelligent films.
I kept thinking of The Rival with Charlie Sheen. Because it says Arrival.
Tiger Blood. I like intelligent films. Look, The Prestige is probably my favorite Nolan film. And then, of course, there's Inception is also really good. I think Nolan has a new movie coming out with Robert Downey Jr. Oppenheimer, based off of the Manhattan Project, I believe. That movie is probably going to be awesome. So I like intelligent films. Skip, my boy says Prestige is Nolan's best film.
Is that the one?
And then Ash said, and then of course Ash comes back and says it's his least good film.
Wait, is that the one with Hugh Jackman?
Yes, Hugh Jackman and Christian Bale as competing magicians.
And one of them
Scarlett Johansson and
one
Piper.
One of them has a brother.
Well, you just spoiled it for somebody.
Who gives a shit? It's his worst movie.
Tenet's all right.
I've heard people say Tenet is a horrible film.
I've heard that too. I don't share that.
I haven't seen it though. Like I said, you guys, you can see it's a good movie, a bad movie. I'll watch it if I want to watch it.
It's better than Interstellar.
Rania is just like I am. As far as if I'm not interested in something, it doesn't grip me. As far as the trailer stuff, I tend just kind of avoid it and just like, okay, whatever.
You need to get a grip.
With the hard spoil. When did that movie come out?
The Prestige.
I'm sorry for the Zoomers watching who haven't watched that movie.
When did the Prestige come out?
It had to been like 2005.
2006.
Yeah, I was off a year.
16 years ago.
Look at this. This has turned into like screw Ash and all your favorite things. We're just gonna talk about Frank the Stankin. Oh, Tenet's horrible.
Austin P says Tenet is his worst movie. Skipintosh says Tenet is his worst movie. Interstellar might be his best movie. I don't know if I agree with Interstellar.
Austin P, you're a Zoomer? Really?
Is he really? Oh, hey.
Oh, I guess so. You know,
Cool.
He's one of the better ones, I guess.
What was that Nolan film some hated? Inclusion with weird reality warping. Reality warping. Was that Inception?
Inception is one with Leonardo DiCaprio? The Dreams?
Yeah, that was the dream one.
The one movie I liked though is the one with David Bowie, and I think that was The Illusionist.
That wasn't Nolan though.
No, I'm just saying as far as same year that movie came out, The Illusionist came out with the next year.
Wasn't it almost like the same type of plot though?
It was.
It's kind of like here's Armageddon. Here's Deep Impact.
They turned David Bowie into Tesla.
It was the same year. It was 2006.
Or was it the same movie? I mean, it's been a while since I watched that movie. It could have been the exact same movie.
Was that David Bowie? I don't see him in the credits. There's Edward Norton. There's Paul Giamatti. There's Jessica Biel. But I don't see David Bowie.
I think he was in The Illusionist.
No, not from what I'm seeing here. Unless it's a different illusionist. Aaron Johnson? No.
The Prestige. He was in The Prestige.
Oh, yeah. He was in The Prestige. Oh, okay.
He played Nikola Tesla.
Oh, okay.
So I remember, yes, David Bowie is dead, but he's alive in our hearts.
We need to do a Chris. Yeah, that's a tier list that y'all should be, not Stephen King books. Y'all should be doing Chris Nolan tier lists.
We killed this live stream talking about The Prestige. There's like 4 people watching now.
I came here to see what comic books were good this week.
Yeah. Before we get, we're actually past most of the TNT basketball games.
We're getting close to 3 hours.
I
We've been talking about Nolan films.
It's all right.
We need to clip this.
Yes,
Skip just hates black male leads. Confirmed. Hey, there's another thing Skip and I have in common. We're twins. I should not drink before.
No, but I'm saying Prestige was a very good movie. David Bowie's acting in there was actually really good too. I like Nikola Tesla.
Yeah, everybody in that movie was awesome. Michael Caine,
yeah,
Christian Bale, Andy Serkis, and one of the, I think that was, other than Lord of the Rings at the time, that was the only movie I had seen Andy Serkis in. I think that was before King Kong. So, to be fair, Nolan has never made a bad movie. That I will concede. As much as I don't like Interstellar, it is still a really good movie.
So
Anyway,
that being said, there is some
So
stuff coming
many.
up tomorrow.
oh yeah, what's going on tomorrow?
Tomorrow is Friday night.
Woo!
I think you said you won't be here. But
Not if Robin is the book we're reading. I'm not going to be here.
tomorrow night's retrospective is going to be at 7:00 Eastern.
JSA number 6, right?
Yes, JSA versus Black Adam.
Yes. And it's a Jeff Johns book. But technically, I think it's David Goyer, but still, it's all the same run.
All right, so
Gonna be a good time.
we ask if you like this type of content right here, which you see on the screen. Please click like if you haven't done so. Subscribe so you can get more, and click the bell so you get all notifications. And if you want to support this channel, help us as far as as putting up more comic book reading stuff. You enjoy that stuff where we butcher books and we talk to little Rhaegar.
Rhaegar.
Yes, and then we ask that you basically, if you want to, it helps us really more. If you want to, you don't have to, but we do have a Kofi link. The Kofi link is being scrolled down below. It's Kofi.com/Puppeteen. You can drop as little as $1, or you can go up to $20 or more, whatever you want to do. I mean, there's no limits. But we do appreciate it. It goes towards basically the Marvel and DC apps that we use for reading, which are quite expensive. $70 to like $90. Yeah, per app.
Skip says his likes cost, so we need to pay Skip.
Oh. We'll pay in compliments. We won't let Zach talk to you
Why wouldn't I talk to him? He's my twin.
because you're racist.
Get your own twin.
All right. I'll contribute to Ronnie's Cherry Hall Funds because she voices the Thing on when we're reading Fantastic Four. She reads as the Thing, and then we
Sweet
have
Aunt Petunia's favorite nephew.
our honorary old fogey, Eric Breen, does the voice of every woman in the world on the books.
When did that happen? When did he start voicing every woman? I thought we were just giving him one. Now he's like every other
When
woman.
he get cranky, we had to give him that,
Okay, he's a diva. Okay.
That's right. So, that being said, we hope you guys had fun tonight. We went a little longer just because, we haven't seen you in a while and we missed you guys.
Yeah, sure.
So,
and yes, do what Skip is saying, everybody. Go out and find Exterminators #1. Read it. Look at Boom Boom in a mini skirt with pigtails. Have a ball, baby.
yes. Very, very fun book, The Exterminators.
Yes.
I said it's not. It's only offensive if you like the original stuff. I know we had Eric Breen on here saying, I'm kind of curious to read that too because I never read it, but he had said
it's only offensive if you're a prude.
No, he had said read Uncanny X-Men 244 by Chris Claremont. The
Which
Girls'
one
Night
was
Out.
244?
It has Polaris. It has
Polaris?
Rogue, Storm, and I believe
Scarlet Witch? No, it's Psylocke.
Psylocke, yeah.
And Dazzler. Yeah, Dazzler, Storm,
And Jubilee.
Jubilee. First appearance of Jubilee, actually.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, because that's the one where they all go to the mall, and I guess they meet Jubilee at the mall.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's Psylocke in a bathtub. Ooh la la.
Yes.
Anyway.
So, that being said, I'm going to be checking that out. That's Uncanny X-Men 244. But I do appreciate what Leah Williams did on this. And it's refreshing to see they actually are letting books go out where they actually do address that. Hey, women do look attractive. They're not all just the same shape, looking like guys.
Skip says if the ladies in 244 don't look like Leah Williams Boom Boom, it's not for me, dog. I kind of gotta agree with Skip. There's a certain aesthetic that Boom Boom hits that I don't see very often.
I'm very happy that you and Skip have joined the Cheesecake Club.
Oh, I've been a member of the Cheesecake. It's just a matter of finding
the right. Me.
It's a matter of finding the right flavor.
And you told me I would have got you your members only jacket.
Oh well,
You know
that's okay. I live in Louisiana. We don't really wear jackets. It's hot down here.
Is it?
Yeah, pretty hot.
All
Like
right.
boom hot.
All right. So we're gonna take a poll right here. One, if you think that Zach's wearing the bright beige khaki pants on, or two, you think he's wearing jeans.
now we're just doing polls based off what we're wearing.
I've been wondering this whole time. Wearing that purple polo shirt. I'm thinking, is he wearing khaki pants with that, or is he wearing jeans? And three, if you think he's wearing shorts.
Ash says two.
Thinks
What
you're
was
wearing
two?
jeans.
Was two jeans?
Yeah. One is khaki pants. Three is shorts.
4 is nothing. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, now you said that. Now we can't have you stand up to show the correct answer.
All right, we'll give y'all.
If it's four,
one.
he doesn't.
There's a lot of ones. A lot of people think I'm wearing khakis.
If it's four, he won't stand up because we know it's true.
If it's 4, I'm not getting up. Austin P, they're doing a vote. Bankman, for some reason, is having people vote on if I'm wearing khaki pants, jeans, or shorts. So 1 is for khakis, 2 is for jeans, and
3 for shorts.
3 is for shorts. Yeah.
4 is nothing.
Twin, don't look at Exterminator's one right now. I can't put a poll in the chat. Can you do that? Do you know
I can't. I don't have control of the
oh, is that Puppetine that has that power?
Yeah, only he has power to that channel.
Only our evil felt overlord has that
MK
power.
come with a specific here, bro. Are you really thinking this out here?
Whoa! Wow, you are putting way too much thought into that, MK. That weirds me out. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, so
moment of truth.
A lot of ones. There we go.
Ones. It's Ash on Comics.
It's jeans. I didn't think you're a khaki guy. That sounds like
I used to. When I worked at the coffee shop, that was the dress code. You had to wear khakis. But I don't do that anymore.
So everybody who lost has to donate $1 to Kofi, Ben.
There you go. There you go. Ash lucked out. So jeans for the win. That's right, Skip.
Can you imagine though if you would have stood up, you had khaki shorts on?
Can you imagine if I had stood up and had like bike shorts on? My eyes.
We had a spike in numbers.
We did?
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it went down.
Oh no, that's on a drop.
All right. I thought you meant the undies. Zach is a jean guy.
Yeah, I am very much a jean guy.
We're not gonna guess. Hey, what kind of color underwear does he have on? We're not doing
that. We're not doing that. Nope. That is personal.
No,
that's between me, my wife, and God. Jorts.
It's jorts.
I used to wear jorts when I was a kid too.
Not
right. Daisy Dukes. Not Daisy Dukes. Rhaegar, what on earth?
Tune in for next week to find out what Zach's wearing.
We're not doing that. That's not going to become a thing.
We're going to end this every single time.
That's not going to become a thing at all.
And if you win correctly, you may win a chance to be on a retrospective. With a comic of your choice.
The thing is, that's actually kind of a funny little thing at the end, but I don't know if I like it.
Well, that's what your wife said. It's a funny little thing at the end.
Oh, God.
On that note, good night, everybody. Hope you had fun, and we'll see ya when we see ya.
Good night, everybody.